Hello, and welcome to The Conversation Is. This is a new podcast where we comment on all things film, TV, and pop culture.
That's right. We're your hosts. My name is Ash Hughes, and with me is Charlie Pitson.
Hello.
Basically, we're two giant nerds, film nerds, TV nerds, game nerds. We're basically fanboys. And what we do is we go to a pub, we go to a cafe, and talk absolute crap about all this stuff. So we thought, why not record it? And if people want to listen, good for them.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yep. Today, the conversation is Chasing Amy.
Which was directed and written by Kevin Smith and released in 1997.
Bang on. Should we crack on?
Let's do this.
Expect a few tangents, because like I said, we're big culture fanboys. We may go off onto other topics completely unrelated. But oh well. And we're going to start, so...
Slap it on.
Skadoosh. Alright, and we're in. A little bit
Ready
of
for
trouble
this?
with the sound issues there, but it's fine.
I love this intro music.
Yeah.
Oh, I noticed something yesterday. I was watching it yesterday. And I seen one of these newspaper cuts.
A lot of them are like parodies of old Batman and Robin covers from like the golden era, which of course is just that's Kevin Smith all over anyway, isn't it? Do you know if there's a Black Batman Chronic, like an actual comic book? There's got to be, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's.
I
think there's a Chasing Dogma one.
Yeah.
Where it's in between, what happens during Silent Bob, in between this.
Oh, with the orangutan.
Oh, it's this, yeah, the Eggman from Clerks.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'd never noticed that before. I was like, what the.
Nice.
But yeah, I was in in London May watching him, and he showed a clip from the new James Silent Bob reboot. Yeah, it was one with Ralph Garman in it.
Wow, it looks. I'm really excited for it because he shared quite a lot of all the stuff from behind the production and things like that. I think on his YouTube channel he's got something called the Road to Reboot.
Yeah, I've seen all them.
Pretty interesting.
I honestly can't wait. I think he said it's gonna be up maybe October or November this year. I was like, fucking.
I'm interested to see the amount of cameos in it because the original Jane Silent Bob had so many.
Yeah.
And he's come out and said, oh, so and so's going to be in it. Like Chris Jericho's in it.
Chris Jericho, Chris Hemsworth. Why? Yeah. There's on the Wikipedia page last night, and it says Missy's going to be back. You know, his wife Jennifer Schwalbach.
Yeah. Oh well, they're all back. The three girls.
Yeah, I don't think Eliza Dushku's going to be in it though.
Because a lot of them haven't been acting. Like Shannon Elizabeth, I'm sure she's like a professional poker player or something now.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh yeah, and also well, there was a cast, and it said Rosario Dawson, who plays Becky in Clerks 2, but it just doesn't give her. And I'm guessing she plays the same character, so I'm guessing her and Dante are in it. But Randall's not going to be in it. And I'm so curious what the hell they're going to do.
I've read loads of things because originally they were going to do more Rats 2.
More Rats 2. And then Clerks 3, but then Jeff Aniston didn't want to do it.
I think this is something with Kevin Smith as well, because he works with a lot of his friends. They weren't actors beforehand. And I think some of them are just kind of sort of past it now. I know Dante was a bit of a problem when they were trying to make Clerks 2 and 3. Wasn't really up for it, but who knows? And the thing is, I think he's trying to round it off with the viewer skewerverse because he wanted to do more Rats 2.
Yeah, and then I think his daughter was going to play Brody's. Daughter, but I think I'm so confused why they didn't put her as Brody's daughter in this, because she's in the film, but she plays one of the new van girls.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think they're just he's going to try and round everything off as much as he can with this film.
Oh, look, it's Scott Mosier, producer. Casey Affleck in the back as well.
When they throw him out, he calls him Cock Knocker.
Yeah,
which is obviously like Mark Hamill's character in Jane Silent Bob.
And at the time, I don't think the character existed in the comic books.
Yeah, so I wonder if Brody's so fuck this guy, I'm going to put him in as a character called Cock Knocker.
Oh, he's such a good actor, though. Not gonna lie, he started off skateboarding and then.
Yeah.
Just I'll fucking act. Why not? Does more. He's incredible in more.
With Kevin Smith's scripts, I wonder how he writes them because, Jason Lee, the way he expresses himself, he just feels as if he's not reading the script as if he's like
improvising constantly.
guidelines,
And I know Kevin Smith does not like improvising.
Oh,
Well, he
really?
didn't at the time because in the Trace and Amy thing, they'd always talk about how like he got mad that they didn't rehearse their lines. Because I remember they were saying that they shared this weird house with Ben Affleck and that like slept on the couch and stuff. And yeah, he got really mad at them because they were doing rehearsals and none of them knew their lines. And then next day they all turned up knowing their lines.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, apparently he's really bad with it. He did the same thing with he was telling us in the podcast in London. He said the first day of shooting on Reboot, Jason Mewes didn't know any of his lines.
Surprise.
Yeah, I know. And he said it was a shock because he said Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. He was like on it, and at that time he was obviously on the drugs. He's on drugs then, when and now he's clean. So he was like, well, how can't you do the lines now then? But Jason Lee's incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Do you mean I don't know, it just feels so genuine with him. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder if these are things Kevin Smith has like thought about for a while because he works in the comic industry. Like this whole thing about tracers, I feel that's something he's experienced with people who are like inkers and stuff.
I know he's written a few comics and he did a few Daredevil.
Yeah, he's done
Green Arrow, some Batman.
Green Hornet, I believe, as well.
Yeah, the Green Hornet. Yeah, didn't he wrote a script for Green Hornet?
Which
and they never got made. Maybe they should have went with, and they should have went with that fucking Superman as well.
Yeah,
with Nick Cage.
No,
you don't want to see that.
No,
in alternative reality, I'm pretty sure that film fucking
as a massive Superman fan, I can tell he's pretty solid.
He does look ridiculous with the hair though, with the long hair.
I'd like to see.
Looks stupid.
No, I wouldn't like to see anything about it. It sounds so.
Not even if they had the script that you could read.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
No, I would like to read the script, but it depends which script because I imagine Kevin Smith's.
His original one, and then
is the guy? Is his name John Phillips, the mad producer?
I think so, yeah. And then Tim Burton was on it as well.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to read the Tim Burton one because I'm not a big Tim Burton fan. I'd probably like to read Kevin Smith's, but because
I'm pretty sure it exists. I'm pretty sure I actually downloaded it on my phone, but there's some weird stuff you can find these days. Let's see if I can get it. What's it called? Superman Lives.
Yeah, Superman Lives.
Superman Lives. So look.
There's a script floating around for what was supposed to be Gladiator 2, written by Nick Cave. Let me tell you something. If you read any script like in the next month, make sure it's the Gladiator 2 script by Nick Cave.
Nick Cave.
It is bonkers.
Why is he writing
a musician Nick Cave? I don't know like the history or the
story
behind it.
I have the script.
Yeah.
March 27, 1996. It's not formatted. Well, it is. It's quite the same, but it's.
I'll give that a read later.
I'll send it to you, man. It's probably fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I will read it. I'm not a massive Superman fan, though.
No. I mean,
I don't know.
I know. I grew up with Smallville. Do you mean I was that peak age where Smallville come on? I was like,
I used to watch Smallville when I was younger. My uncle used to watch it, and he fucking loved it because he always CW, innit? It's all that like that drama. It's so
like melodrama.
The fucking ending though.
That's my issue with like Arrow and the Flash shows and things like that. Like when the first few years of Arrow come on, I fucking loved it. It
was amazing. Man.
It was so wicked. I think, and then once series 3 come around,
when the Flash and then they made you have to watch both seasons.
Yeah,
the crossover episodes, and then
I found
there's a weird when they had they got Legends of Tomorrow, and then Supergirl turned up, and then.
Yeah, I watch the crossover every year. I try and keep up with them, but I forget.
It's just you have to watch in certain orders because I know the Flash airs on Tuesdays, and then Arrow's Wednesday or something.
It used to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, but Arrow's on Monday now with Supergirl.
Oh, okay.
But because they're doing one last series of Arrow next year, and it's only going to be 10 episodes. Felicity Smoke is gone, which I think is the right choice.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where Arrow sort of started to decline then.
What, the whole couple thing?
Yeah, I mean, it just got a bit samey because it was always like, we can't be. It's the typical superhero cliche.
Yeah.
I
think I stopped watching it as soon as she got shot, and she was paralyzed, and then I was like, fuck this.
Tried to do Oracle with it. That's another issue. I have with it, is a lot of Arrow is a lot just sort of Batman stories that they've just
just
the Queen in.
I do love it. I have the first 3 on Blu-ray.
I find it interesting that that's the only one Kevin Smith hasn't worked on, because he's worked on like Supergirl.
Yeah, I know.
Flash.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
He's
worked
in
on
the Flash.
Legends. Yeah.
Him and Jason Mewes play security guards. Swap roles. Yeah.
Swap roles, isn't it? Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I've seen the clip.
Yeah.
And I think Harley Quinn's in an episode as well.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn isn't. Oh yeah, the Harley Quinn is in the Suicide Squad episode. It's Tara Strong. It's not like her, but it's her voice.
Oh, okay.
You don't get to see her. You just hear.
No, I mean Harley Quinn Smith now.
Oh, your daughter. Oh, right. I think that's.
Yeah. No. Oh no. Yeah. No, but that's true. Yeah. No.
But yeah, Tara Strong
Tara
is in
Strong,
it,
yeah.
and also she's Harley Quinn Smith.
Should have had Harley Quinn playing Harley Quinn.
I love this scene here where they talk about like Lando Calrissian and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Again, it's because that's a genuine conversation you have with someone like when you're stoned and.
Yeah.
It's like fuck Lando Calrissian.
I love this guy. I love him, man. Hooper X is so good, isn't he?
Such a great.
What's his actual name though? Like it's like in this. I know it's Dwight Ewell. That's the actor's name, but I don't know his character's name apart from his obviously persona.
Yeah.
I think they don't give him a name, do they?
I know they call him Hooper. I used to think it was Berkeley because when he stands on the podium, it says Berkeley.
Yeah, but that's
the
just
place.
yeah. The funny thing is, right? This is like the scene where his intro. His intro is the first scene I ever saw of the film.
Oh yeah.
I was 8 years old, and my uncle was staying at our house, and I'd seen every film that he's done so far, but my mum won't let me watch Chasing Amy for some reason. And it's not even the most raunchy one. I think it's got a lot more swearing than the other ones. Yeah, and there's a lot. Obviously, Banky's quite homophobic, but
yeah. This is one of the things I think is great about the film. I think in every Kevin Smith film, or definitely at least this and Dogma, there's always like a devil's advocate character.
Yeah.
And I think Banky is that in this. Like he's the worst extreme of like a homophobe, like as extreme as it gets. And it's like in Dogma, like Chris Rock, where he's saying like, "Nah, God's black," and then you got the woman who's like, "Nah, God's a woman." Do you know? He always likes to try and.
I think God is on Alice Morissette.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
I think he likes to have like a sort of extreme view of everything character, just to try and portray things.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Hooper is great for him as well, because he's sort of like the antithesis to Banky's character.
Oh, this is now they're going to get the Archie comics. I fucking love that, man.
But again, this is like it's just a real conversation.
That's why I find funny, right? Because like, you watch this film. This is why I love it so much, because these conversations are the kind of conversations you have with people.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I try writing stuff like this, and then I'm like, that's just too
mechanical and
like. I'm like, oh, people. I talk about this all the time. We just have conversations, but when we put in like this, but it doesn't work for my scripts. But it works in this because obviously.
That's why I wasn't sure whether he writes a strict script or whether he just writes a guideline and just tells like just do what you want to make it feel natural.
Oh no, he definitely writes a script. Yeah, I've read this script a million times. But it's like a opening scene which is not in the film with Steve Dave and Walt.
Right.
Yeah, Walt Flanagan.
Tell him Steve Dave.
Yeah,
because they almost do it in that scene where the guy who's arguing with Banky and the other guy's like, "Oh, I call that a tracer." He says, "Tell him."
Yeah.
But like whatever the guy's name.
That was actually that's the scene. I'm pretty sure he says, "Yeah, you're a fucking tracer," and he's like, "Yeah, tell him Steve Dave."
Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up. But I don't know. They could have. I think it's a deleted scene, but I have not seen the deleted scenes to this film.
I haven't seen the deleted scenes. No.
I've seen Tracing Amy, the documentary, and it's fucking great. Like, it's that and the snowball effect, the Clerks. Have you seen that? The making of.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's such a good story, man. It makes me want to sell my toys and buy a camera, but just too attached.
No, I get what you mean.
This is something I noticed for the first time last night. Like I've watched this film so many times, but when I was going over it last night to do this, I noticed the way she freaks out here as soon as he starts talking about like love and relationships.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, about the people in the car, and like she can't wait to get out of there, man. She's like, right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, she just fucking bombs out of the way. She's like,
yeah. But I was like, that's so true to her character. As a character, where she's like, nah, let's not get into this, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, she fucking nails it, man.
She's phenomenal. I've only ever seen her in this, and the other film I've seen her in is Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah.
I've never seen her in like anything
and
else.
Mallrats, yeah.
Yeah, more rats.
And she's in Jane Silent. Yeah, she's in Jane Silent Bob.
Yeah, because I know she used to date Kevin Smith, and I think around this time she was dating.
Yeah, that's why he put her in the film. Yeah, and then they kind of had like I think he based this film kind of on their relationship in a way. Yeah, they went out. They were going out. Yeah, so that's in the documentary. They were saying they were going out, and it's just really awkward because it was kind of shot like 10 years after this film came out, like 2009. So it'd been like 12 years. So they got like interviews of them talking at that time, but then they got footage. Well, do they I don't think they have any footage behind the scenes. I think it's just like a documentary where they just talk about how they made it, and like she seems really awkward about it, and he's like, yeah, and then like 2 years later, he's married with a kid.
Yeah,
it's nuts, isn't it? I think that's Scott Mosier as well, kissing on the.
Oh no way.
I think it is. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's him playing Will and Black.
Possibly.
But yeah, she's fucked off.
Yeah.
I don't like this bit though when they just come in, like it feels like a weird TV show.
Awkward. Yeah, it's awkward, and like you said, it's like an awkward TV show. You can see on the script where it says.
Yeah, they enter. I think they should have switched scenes. I don't think they should have.
And I think it's because if you were doing that, you wouldn't just leave without saying bye to them.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, she should wait for them to come back and then be like, right, I'm going. I think that's why it feels a bit.
Yeah, just like, and she walks off, and Banky and Hooper come on, and it's like, what?
You missed it by about 2 seconds.
They didn't even ask about where she's gone. And she's like, oh, you.
I mean, surely they saw her leaving, because like.
Yeah, she walks off, they come in like within like 2 seconds. It's like, that's ridiculous. That's probably like the only. Oh, there's that shot and the shot when it's raining, and it's known like that you can see David Klein, the cinematographer, and like the umbrella, and like you can see like one shot, and like, that's they're the only 2 shots I just can't stand.
Yeah, no film is perfect.
No.
This scene interests me because it's just like it's so awkward between them, like, but it's not awkward because it's silent. It doesn't feel awkward, but I think that helps endear you to them because it means you can tell they're really good friends.
Yeah. I just love the jealousy, man. The jealousy, like.
Yeah.
Like, would you say? Do you think Banky's gay? Because they don't really admit it, do they?
No, I don't think it is that. It's like, I mean, you've met Dean. I mean,
yeah.
For anyone listening, Dean is my best friend. We've been best friends, much like Banky, since we were like fucking 3, 4.
Yeah.
I think it's when you're with someone that much and you've been with them that long as a friend, it's always going to be some sort of jealousy creeping in because
someone's just taking your friend away. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
And the whole gay thing is like, shit. I spent so much time with this guy.
That guy, the bald guy, it's Bob Hawke.
Right.
He's pretty much the guy. If it wasn't for him, this film would never be getting made.
On the way.
He's the one who found Clerks.
Okay.
When they played in like a theater. I think it's like the Alexandria Theater in New York.
That's interesting.
And they were like playing like a Sunday night or something, and they were there, and there was like 4 people there, and he's like this one old guy in the front, and then it turned out to be Bob Hawke, and he loved it so much that he has contacts with I don't know the producer's name, but like he went to them as like a journalist as well, and they reviewed it, and then he managed to get them a meeting with Miramax.
Oh no! So like,
and then obviously got played in Sundance and stuff. Yeah, that's it. We don't talk about we don't talk about that. Yeah. Nothing to do with the Weinsteins.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much he's the kind of the guy who introduced him. And then like, I remember, I think it was in Sundance. Harvey watched the film, didn't like it, left, and then he got forced to watch it again by one of the guys who works in Miramax, and he loved it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if it wasn't for Bob Hawke, this film would not get made.
I was going to make a joke, but I think we should just leave that.
Yeah.
Oh, leave that one. But yeah. Like,
right. This bit bugs me. Right. So they ask him to go out. Right. He puts his jacket on, but it's like, what, is he going out now, or is he going?
Yeah.
Because obviously, clearly, that's the fucking daytime. So he's just put his coat on. He's going to sit there for 6 hours with his coat on, like.
Like I said, I don't know if I don't think it is that he's gay. I just think that he doesn't know anything else other than Holden. Like, Holden is his life. He works with him. He hangs out with him. So I think because enough people suggest that through the film, I think he starts thinking, maybe I am gay.
But he's not.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
He's very insecure, though.
Oh, God, yeah. But again, I think that's just because his whole world is Holden. Like,
But at the same time, at the end of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, he comes out the cinema with Hooper, and he said, what's he say now? Fucking, it's pretty much told you that he's gay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh shit! Yeah, like are they together in it? I'm sure
I think they are. Yeah.
I'm sure it insinuates that.
And also, like,
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, throughout the fat film, like they kind of like. Talk about that.
You're right. Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That ending scene, though.
Yeah.
They all come. Everyone's come to the cinema. Alyssa's come to the cinema.
Yeah. And she's with the girl from Mallrats.
Trisha.
Yeah, the one who was like writing the sex book.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh god.
Is that a sister? Trisha
Yeah,
Jones.
Yeah, they come out and it's.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a
like,
sister. Holy
sisters.
shit. Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yeah, and then like Banky come out. Yeah, you're right. Fuck, I forgot about that, man. Yeah, so I guess he is gay. Yeah. Okay, solved.
Done. Sorted. Only 28 minutes in.
Yeah.
I really want to find where he gets that jacket from now. Like, hence why I've kind of got the same thing going on here. If I had the cap, I'd be Banky right now.
ASOS should go back to what they used to be.
Yeah.
I want the Bane coat.
The Bane
Couldn't
coat,
pull it off because I'm way too skinny for that. But
fuck it,
want it.
Fuck it, just get it.
Yeah. I love this scene.
Hey, you fucked up my cabbage patch.
Hey, lady, fucked up my cabbage patch. My best friend fucked a dead guy in the bathroom. This I don't like. Like, why? It just feels weird. Like, I can tap dance.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I love this. Like this film is like the film that like links all the Fear School films together.
Yeah.
I know Jay and Silent Bob does it, but it doesn't really. It's like it was supposed to be the ending, wasn't it? Because at the end, the credits. Morissette shuts the book.
Stanley, like the watchers of the.
And they just turn up everywhere. Yeah. Oh man. Because he said when he did Jay and Silent Bob, I'm not going to revisit these characters anymore, and he didn't for like only 5 years, and then he did Clerks 2, and then he hasn't touched on them for quite a while.
It's been about 10 years.
They did the what's that cartoon film they did, the something groovy.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that. No. I need to get the Blu-ray of that because I keep seeing it in CEX and it's like £3. I'm like, I might get that, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the art style of it.
That's it.
And it just seems over the top because Cock Knocker's in it as well, and he's just like, what the fuck?
Fan servicey, isn't it?
Yeah. I really wish she did Clerks 3 though. She's in Dogma as well.
Yeah.
She's the I think it's the coach station or train station clerk. When Matt Damon and Ben Affleck try to get a train, and then obviously then Jason Lee turns up behind them and he's like, "You're supposed to be incognito."
Yeah.
Getting on fucking coaches. No, it's a train. Yeah. Because they shot the guy. They shot Scott Mosier.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't like this scene. It's weird. It feels awkward and a bit forced.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it's her voice. I don't know.
Or her singing voice.
Yeah, I don't know. It takes me out of the film a bit. It just feels a bit weird.
It is a good scene though for like you know.
Yeah, I get.
To kick in the story.
Like it gets the point across because obviously the girl comes in there and then it's like shit. But
and he thinks she's singing to him. But
yeah, and I think like the way it's all framed, like she's singing to him, and then Banky comes in, which is like that's their relationship. I mean, they get together. Banky comes in, causes problems.
Oh yeah, and then he has the conversation about like scars and stuff after this.
Like Jaws. I love that scene, and it's like a tribute to Jaws.
I don't mind this. Yeah, her voice is a bit weird, but I can get past it. It's such a weird Kevin Smith film, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you watch. Well, I mean, Clerks was kind of similar.
I think it's because it's not as funny. It's not as.
So many dick and fart jokes.
Yeah, it's not like stoner comedy. You know.
It's not as goofy as Strike Back.
I like this year, like the way the woman comes between them because that is what's gonna happen. Like the foreshadowing and.
Yeah, the woman comes. Yeah.
This is what's coming. Like I noticed loads of little things like that last night when I was watching it again for this, and I was like, shit, man. I
didn't manage to finish it last night. I think I got halfway through. It was like 4 a.m. I was like, I have to go to bed at this point.
I got to the cafe scene where he meets Jay and Silent Bob, and I was like, I'm calling it there.
Yeah, such a long fucking scene.
Oh yeah. I was thinking maybe like the hockey scene.
Hockey scene, yeah.
No, I got to the cafe and then I thought,
I blew him, Mark. Cody fucked me.
I think it goes on too long. I think that's my issue with this scene. I think it could be cut a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Because I think we've obviously got the point now.
I love that shot
she's
when,
not
like,
singing
he's
to him.
dancing, she's dancing,
Yeah.
and they, like, she knows it's about her, and he thinks it's about us. Awkward as fuck.
Like, I find it weird how he's gone in there and just hasn't realised. Like,
He's only met this girl once. Look at him. What's he doing? Why is he... Oh my god, he's such a fucking weirdo, man.
This is something I wondered when I was watching, like, the scene later on in the rain, where, like, I'm not sure if it's mentioned or if I'm just picked out on it. If Holden has, like, ever been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
doesn't seem like,
he's
does
been
it?
with it, but I don't know if he's ever been in a relationship, so I'm wondering if that's part of it as well.
Oh,
I love
man.
this shit, like the sirens.
The sirens,
like,
yeah.
as it would be in your head, like, oh.
It's like Kill Bill, isn't it?
Yeah, and then... Man, Jason Lee absolutely kills that.
I know. Oh, man. To be fair, I think this is Ben Affleck's best film as well. No?
Let me think of some
Don't
Ben
think so?
Affleck films.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I think it's
maybe.
because he's not like all Ben Affleck. He's like a new actor at this point, didn't he? He did
Yeah.
like Dazed and Confused, Mallrats.
Yeah, no, I think I might agree with you. I mean, like, I'm not a massive Ben Affleck fan anyway, so...
Fair.
Like, I don't watch a lot of his films. Like, most Ben Affleck films I've watched are Kevin Smith films.
Yeah. Or Armageddon, because that film is
Armageddon,
fucking
yeah.
great. And he's the bomb in Affleck's. Bomb in Phantom, sorry. Fucked that up.
Yeah.
Line from James Bob.
Fucking asshole from Menswear or Men's Stop, whatever the shop's called.
Fashionable male.
Fashionable Male, that's it.
I don't think you ever see this woman ever again.
No, it's a very, like, I don't know.
It's like, are they together or are they just
yeah,
like...
it's a bit awkward, but because she has like 3 lines and she's just really awkwardly there.
Yeah, and then
She's not a great actress.
she's not in the rest of the fucking film either.
No.
She's threw away like a parking ticket.
Yeah, I watched this with my mum once, and all the way through it, she was like, "Is that Amy?" No. Is that Amy?
No.
I was like, just please, like,
Watch the
forget
film,
about
yeah.
Amy, because
Amy.
she's not like a person.
It does confuse people though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh god,
Like-
yeah. The amount of people I've met who like watched this once or twice, and they just think that she's Amy, and I was like,
Yeah, I used to think that when I was a kid. I was like, oh, her name's Amy. And it's like, no, her name's Alyssa. I was like, Amy, her like nickname? Yeah, it's this Kevin Smith, his fucking girlfriend or whatever.
I love this because I think I think a lot of these like questions he asks and things are how a lot of people feel. Like, I think that's the order. It's like you can see it when people who have never been around, like LGBT people.
Yeah,
you can see like you say, like Banky does, where he's just
doesn't know what to
stares
fucking
at them
say.
and
Yeah,
he's, like, awkward. Yeah. And
even
again,
though one of his friends is openly gay
yeah,
as well.
exactly. Like,
But I think he's uncomfortable with that because
I
obviously
think
he's
But again, it's because it's different to him. He's used to Hooper because of like maybe male. He's fine with that 'cause he's been around it. With Alyssa now and the lesbian thing, that's new again to him, So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is something new. And again, I think, like I said, Kevin Smith always tries to do like the most extreme versions of characters.
Yeah.
And like the questions he asks, and he's so like crude and derogatory.
So how old do you reckon these characters are then?
Maybe
I don't think they ever
20s,
mentioned, like,
maybe.
Like 25? Because they all look about 35.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the goatee. It makes him look really fucking old. I think he's only about he's born 1970, I think. Or 1972.
I think Ben Affleck ages quite well anyway.
Yeah.
So is Jason Lee, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Jason Lee. Yeah, I think they're about 50 now. So look, Ben Affleck, 72. Oh, okay. Jason Lee, 70. So he's 49. So he would have been what?
What's he now?
22. He would have been
27, 28.
27, 26 when they made this. So yeah, right.
Nice.
Fuck, that's not far off.
That's my age. I'm 25.
Yeah, I'm 23 soon. So
Fuck.
that's nuts, man. 'Cause
I see
we don't have
what
conversations like this, but we hang out like this, and it's just,
Yeah.
it feels like they're way older than me, even though like it's not far
Yeah.
off. But
I like this scene because I think it's quite intelligent, the dialogue, because it's a very serious conversation. Like,
yeah,
the way they're talking about the sex and, women giving directions and things like that. It's a very genuine, deep conversation, but you also look past it because it's quite crude. Like, the language
Yeah.
is so, and the things he says are so out there and just ridiculous that you forget that it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that, like, why didn't you, give me some directions, tell me what to do?
Yeah.
I think everyone's felt like that in bed at some point. I will say I've never had an injury during sex. It's quite like Banky and Alyssa there.
Yeah, there's a big stream around there. I don't know where you got the influence from that.
I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it, but
well, they do mention yeah, these shots remind me of Clerks. Not because they're black and white. It's just the way they're shot.
I can't remember the film. Kind of like Ant-Man, where the guy does the bat flashes, but it's his voice.
Yeah, and they all talk. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
That's a great scene.
I wish they did like a recap where he recapped the entire MCU.
In Endgame, they could have brought.
Yeah, like when they, the new footage, they didn't put that in there, and I'm like,
or they
really
could have
wish
done
they
it
did
with
that.
Ant-Man goes there, and when he says to talking to Steve, can be like, "Oh, my friend caught me up on everything," and then cut to like a flashback of Infinity War, but with that.
Apparently, I've heard it's going to be on the DVD. They've actually got Michael Pena to actually recap the entire MCU.
No
That's
way.
what Kevin Feige said, anyway.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I know.
Man.
I really want. I want to. It's been like 9-minute video, like, and just talking fucking shit. Like.
That'd be so good.
Would he do it in release order or chronological order? That's the question. Because obviously he'd probably be chronological.
I imagine chronological would make more sense.
It's like first there was this guy, Steve Rogers.
I think because the average audience doesn't now include the release order of the Marvel films anyway now, so I think it'd be easy to just do it as the narrative is. Because I'm really hoping they get more Taika Waititi stuff to come in with Marvel.
Like they're doing a Thor 4 now, aren't they?
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok, man.
Oh, such a good film.
The first two Thors are kind of meh for me. I'm not a giant Marvel fan anyway.
Yeah.
But Thor Ragnarok was just incredible. It's impossible to not like that film.
Yeah.
And have you watched his commentary on it?
I've seen bits.
Oh man, the Blu-ray is worth buying just like.
I got the 4K Blu-ray because I'm a fucking.
It's amazing.
I keep forgetting that they come with a Blu-ray and that's all the special features, and I end up just watching the film and being like, oh, there's no commentary on this, and I only just it's a fucking Blu-ray version. Like,
if I remember rightly, I'm sure his 4-year-old comes in and interrupts him, and he just it's so good.
Yeah, is he on his own, or is it him and Chris Hemsworth and
I can't remember.
And maybe Tom Hiddleston and stuff.
I can't remember. I'm sure it's just him. But like I said, because his kid comes in and he's talking to his kid. It's so heartfelt and just funny. Man, I love Taika Waititi. If I could, I would give him everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Just get him right everything.
I hope he does. I wish if James Gunn wasn't coming back for Guardians, I think he'd be the best option.
Absolutely. Oh God, definitely. Yeah, that's where.
He's got the weirdness, isn't he? And and also if Thor is going to be in the new Guardians, which I'm not.
I can't help but wonder if that's what the plan was.
Yeah.
Because obviously the end of Endgame, I mean, try not to spoil it, but
it's fine. It's been up for 2 months now.
If you haven't got James Gunn, let's put Thor in Guardians and then get Taika to do Guardians. That way he's doing.
That's gonna be so confusing because what's that going to be about now? Because Thor has nothing to do, and obviously now I know. Peter Quill, obviously, he's going to look for Gamora.
I don't like what they've done with Gamora. I didn't like that. I feel like we lost a lot of her character arc because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole relationship between her and Quill, the way it builds, especially through the second one, where she dances with him.
Yeah.
That's all gone now. Do you know what I mean? I feel it's a bit of a.
I haven't read anything about I know apparently Guardians 3 is going to end the character arc for Rocket.
Yeah,
that makes sense. He's probably the only one who's been in every single.
That's what I imagine its plot is going to be in some way. I wonder if because Adam Warlock was introduced in the post credits.
Yeah, he might.
I can't help but wonder if the plot is going to be, and this is you just pulling it out of thin air, if because Rocket's genetically engineered and things like that. I wonder if whoever worked on Rocket also helped build Adam Warlock. And maybe that'll be the link.
Yeah, well, that was the
gold people.
What are they called now?
God knows, man.
Fuck it.
God knows if I know. DC, I'll tell you all day, but Marvel.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's going to be the linking thread for Rocket's plot because I don't see how they can link Adam Warlock in otherwise.
No, that's true. Well, I think they made him to just, like, go after the Guardians, but they might have been wiped out as well with the snap. So
that's true. Yeah.
But then obviously they get snapped back in, so it doesn't even fuck that.
Yeah,
means nothing.
I wasn't too fussed on Endgame. I don't think it's as good as Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it misses a lot of things for me. But
it was a fan service film for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. Like I said, I just don't think it's as good as Infinity War was. I think, like the whole Hulk stuff, I didn't like that at all.
Didn't like Professor Hulk.
Nah.
They were building towards it, I think. Like they had a whole thing with Ragnarok.
I feel like they just dropped it in. I feel like they wrote themselves into a corner with Thor not like coming out in Infinity War.
Yeah.
And they did no advance to that. And then there's Professor Hulk. Here's a throwaway line to explain why.
Yeah, it's been 5 years as well. So
yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see like prequel films that do
like doing the
5 years.
That's a possibility, man.
Because
you could do a Ronin film would be fucking amazing.
Yeah. Because my theory originally was that like the Hulk was like embarrassed because Thanos had beat him, so he was like, I've never had my ass kicked before, and I'm embarrassed. And and
also he's supposed to be like a toddler's age as well, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Like a temper tantrum.
He's only now. Yeah, he had a temper tantrum in Ragnarok, didn't he? He's just like, ooh.
I mean, the whole point of the Hulk is he's constantly having a temper tantrum, but
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too fussed on the whole Professor Hulk thing either.
Should probably go back onto the Kevin Smith rambling for fucking ages on Marvel. If we were watching Endgame, that would have been a perfect fit. But that's the plan. I'm hoping to do all the MCU films. That's a stretch, though. I mean, like, see how this goes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this could come out awful, and we wouldn't even know because I'm not monitoring it right now.
Yeah. Who cares?
Oh well.
This again is another like great intelligent discussion that's sort of hidden by a little bit of crudeness.
Yeah, with the fisting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's true though. I've had conversations with this in college, didn't we?
Absolutely,
absolutely. All the time.
Yeah.
Because was it fuck. I can't remember their name. Never mind. We used to hang up on was it F Block and at the top. And it was fucking like 50 of us at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was so many of us.
The conversations we'd have, man. If I could remember all that, like, yeah, this bit. You gotta be kidding me. How? That's a good point.
It's true.
Doesn't seem like fun, does it? It hurts in a good way.
I mean,
you can tell he's really gutted though.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck.
Like,
I think he really likes it. I don't actually. He's not using it for sex. He just really likes it.
Oh no, it's not absolutely not that. But
it's such a good.
It's a very genuine love story. But because of what happens, like the montage and things. Like I've got a few notes on that. But
there's Jersey Girl reminds me a bit of this film.
I don't like Jersey Girl.
You don't like Jersey Girl?
The one film I
fucking love Jersey Girl.
It's a bit bland for me.
I haven't seen it in years, but it's this bit he pulls up the porn from the fucking bag, like.
But again, I wonder if this is like covering up his sexuality more as well.
Yeah, because I've noticed, you know, the scene where he's inking and he's drawing. You can see on the left side of the shop the magazines are there.
Oh, is it?
On the desk, yeah. I forgot to mention that. We were rambling about Marvel.
Like, that's such a weird thing to do. Like to have them there on display, almost as if someone can go and go like, "Oh, he's got porn magazines. He's definitely straight."
Yeah.
And he's trying way too hard to like cover it up.
Doesn't he like talk to a kid about it as well? He's like,
opens it. Gives one like he opens it up and like shows the kid.
Yeah, here it is. Why does the kid just walk right up to him though? Hi. This bit pisses me off though. How he just bombs his friend.
Bombs him out. Yeah, that's me. I totally understand Banky's whole.
Yeah, for this point, but like,
and the thing is, because
like Alyssa doesn't even say, "Oh no, just you do this."
Yeah,
she's kind of like, "Oh, come on, hang out, yeah, whatever."
And it goes back to what we're saying about like Banky's whole world revolving around Holden. Like his job, Holden's 50% of that. You know, like they're going to do a work thing. He can't do that unless he's there. Do you mean? So what is Banky's got nothing without Holden?
Yeah, that's true.
He's got no job. He's got no friend. Do you mean his whole world is just too wrapped up in him?
Where were they going again? I really can't remember. Is it the
meeting to get the animated show?
With Brian O'Halloran and Matt Damon. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
But they do go to that though, don't they? No, that was earlier. That already happened.
They're go into? Oh yeah, that's right. They go to some sort of con, and because he says,
Con,
"Don't mention the cartoon in it."
Oh yeah,
Tells you specifically not to mention it because I think
I feel like we were talking about Marvel at the time. I just
Yeah.
couldn't remember what the fuck we were.
that's by it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's some sort
See,
of like a colon or something like that. Because I'm not sure if it mentions in this or if it's later in maybe Jay and Silent Bob or one of the films where like I know that there's teams in this, but they split up and stop being sort of friends.
Yeah, because obviously
of
Holden lives on his own as well, doesn't he? And then he takes the rights, he sells them
and
for
I
the
think
movie.
The catalyst is because of the animated show, and like he's for it and Holden's not.
They don't do the animated show. They don't actually do it in the end. I don't even think they just get the film made, don't they?
Yeah.
I wonder. This is what I want, man. I know Brody's gonna be in reboot, but I really, really hope that they it's a sneak peek of maybe Ben Affleck does come back.
Yeah,
I know they don't
really
speak anymore, but apparently it was because of Jennifer Garner, but I just think that's bullshit.
I don't know. Ben Affleck's one of those people where you hear a lot of stuff about not always good. And
yeah.
So I don't know, because I mean, hasn't he recently been in rehab?
For he's an alcoholic, yeah.
I mean, and that's when you hear things like that all the time. Like I said, to not get into it too much, but with his brother, you hear sort of not nice things.
Yeah, his brother had the allegations,
and you hear things with Ben Affleck. So, I mean, maybe it's best for Kevin Smith to sort of distance himself from that a bit.
But he mentioned, I think he mentioned, he said that he would want to work with him again.
Yeah.
I think he said he just doesn't really speak to him anymore. I think it's just they just drifted apart. I guess
Ben Affleck's just got things going on.
Yeah.
I don't think he speaks to many people anymore. I think he's got.
Just hoping, just cross fingers, innit? Yeah. It'd be great. It's just to turn up as Banky, not Banky, Holden.
Yeah,
I want Banky to turn up again because, if he's playing Brody, then why can't he play Banky?
Yeah.
Because I know apparently, I think Jason Lee retired from acting, but then I saw he did a few things
he's always going to do Kevin Smith a favour, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm just hoping he said he's going to leave a few secrets. I'm really hoping it's something Banky and then Holden maybe turns up, and then maybe because it's not really an entire film. He did get Jeff Anderson to play Randall again, and they haven't announced it.
I mean, I'm not sure how it works because the whole rights thing as well. I don't know if there's characters he's not allowed to use or things. No,
he's got access to all his characters now. Oh no, apart from Dogma, you can't use anyone from Dogma unless it's Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah. Because I think it's is it New Line Cinema? I think they own the rights. Or something, I don't know.
So this is where we see Holden start to fall in love here.
Yeah.
And this is where the film gets me, on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and first of all, my go-to move for a first date is the arcade.
Yeah.
So I'm yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But not to get too smushy or anything. My opinion is, with love, this year is so sweet.
Yeah. They're just good friends, isn't it? It's
exactly. It's
you can see she's falling for him at the same time as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you mean that you can see them spending time together?
Yeah.
And like I say, love to me is experiences.
Yeah.
When you're in love with someone, if you break up with them, you don't remember having sex. I mean, you remember having sex with them, but you don't remember specific things or.
Yeah.
If you say oh, I remember when you used to date so and so, and you'd be like, oh yeah, man, I remember when we went to this concert or we went to see this film. You remember experiences.
Not so much the little bits like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I think this film does well. It shows us them to experience things together.
Yeah.
Like the hockey match. I mean, I know it goes south, but still, rather than them just sitting in a room talking and falling in love like that, it shows us them doing things, and I think that's what. Helps create that connection.
This is the bit where the Santa Claus and also right. What is that T-shirt? Because it looks like Shazam.
Yeah.
But it's not, is it? Because I don't think
the dot at the bottom.
The dot, yeah. I want the T-shirt though.
Shazam, fuck man.
Yeah.
Shazam will always be my Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fair.
But again, like I said, I'm a DC fan or a Marvel fan. I've been a DC fan since fucking Batman the animated series. So to me, it's just.
I've always been Marvel. I grew up with Daredevil and Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was the shit. He was my boy.
Yeah, the animated series, man. Spider-Man the animated series was so.
And
good.
obviously Mysterio is.
Yeah, I'm
the
looking
fucking
forward
be-
to
that.
that.
I'm
from
so fucking chuffed that they finally brought Mysterio into a film.
him.
And it's fucking Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah,
like, of all people, it's
mean,
like, oh, it's,
of all the Spider-Man characters to put in a film,
Yeah.
shit, man, you could go like Doctor Strange crazy, like with
Yeah.
Mysterio. I mean, you could put that like the whole building bending stuff in. It could be so good.
they might actually be something like a little bit like that, because
yeah,
seen
I mean, the potential.
that's
is,
actually out tomorrow as well, so it's a midnight release tonight.
Yep.
And I haven't got a ticket, and I'm like, want to go. It's
Yeah.
It's only a $5 as well, so it's kind of tempting.
Yeah, and you've seen the trailers, right?
Yeah, I've seen the trailers.
You've seen where like.
I know what
Jake
happens.
Gyllenhaal
I read the plot.
mentions-
I couldn't be bothered to wait. I was like, fuck this. I know
Same.
what happens.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not going to mention it because obviously.
I read it when I read it, but I didn't mention whether he's lying or not about the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
It didn't say, and I'm wondering whether because I mean,
This
look, I don't think it's a spoiler to say that if you're a Spider-Man fan,
You know Mysterio, is a fucking liar. Like,
yeah, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen it, so I don't think it's
he's a great fucking liar
a
as well.
spoiler to say that
No,
he's
yeah.
going to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And that's when I don't know if he's lying about the multiverse or not. And
No.
I'd like him not to be because I'd love that to be how the X-Men are introduced.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I think the multiverse is 100% real, even though because I don't think they can prove it in this film.
yeah,
Like, even if he's lying, it doesn't mean he's not lying about a multiverse.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he might be lying, but yeah, like you said, he could still be right.
Like, I don't think anything like the elementals or any of that are from this multiverse, but I think it exists because obviously the fabric of reality's been torn through the snap, and then another fucking snap, and then another fucking snap. 3 snaps. It's gonna fuck up like some
yeah,
shit like.
gonna change stuff,
And that's the
absolutely.
best way to bring in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And or Norman Osborn and stuff.
Who's Reed Richards?
I've seen John Krasinski,
I've seen
and I
John
think I
Krasinski,
can't see anyone else now because he just and Emily Blunt as Sue
I've seen
Storm.
Keanu Reeves mentioned.
What as fucking?
Yeah,
Really?
But I've also seen that he's in.
I think he's
they're
gonna.
bringing the Eternals out.
I think he'll be in that, or he will be a villain in Doctor Strange 2, maybe.
I don't want him as a villain, but because of just Marvel's track record with villains, like
Yeah.
I don't want him to end up.
They've
killing
nailed some
off
villains
or-
like Thanos, Loki.
Yeah,
I
mean,
Hela was good as well. I liked
Hela
her.
was amazing, but again,
That's 'cause
I mean,
Kate
she's
Blanchett
done
and
now.
she's
You know,
done.
I'd
Oh,
like
is she?
him- Well, yeah,
It's Marvel.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
I don't know. I prefer him to be a hero.
But I
just
hope
so
she-
we
I
would
hope she's
know
good,
that
yeah.
he's gonna we're gonna see more of him.
Yeah.
But I've also seen that he's been mentioned for the Eternals with like
Angelina Jolie, yeah.
and
Salma Hayek in it.
so I don't know.
Was that
yeah.
that a different film?
Um,
I can't remember what I've seen. Now.
Angelina Jolie's confirmed. I can't remember the guy's
confirmed?
name, and
They shooting that this year or next year?
I think the guy's name was like Kumail or something. He
Oh,
was in-
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah,
He's in the
I'm
Big
not
Sick
sure about
and
pronunciation. He was in
Silicon
the
Valley.
Twilight Zone. He was in the first Twilight Zone
Twilight Zone,
episode, but
yeah.
I think those who have like 100% confirmed
He is
signed on.
funny as fuck.
And then I think Salma Hayek and Keanu Reeves have been mentioned.
Yeah, that'd be
But-
good, mind.
Yeah. I mean, Angelina Jolie.
What if
can kill that.
the Eternals? What if they introduce Adam Warlock into that then, as like maybe a villain instead of Guardians 3,
Um,
and then maybe Keanu Reeves plays Adam Warlock?
I think maybe.
That'd be sick because Adam Warlock
Awesome.
obviously it starts off as a villain, doesn't he? And then he
yeah,
obviously
that'd be
and is he kind of like an anti-hero now? Like
I
he
think
goes in and
so,
out because
yeah.
he's not.
Any villain who becomes popular eventually becomes an anti-hero. Like it's
Yeah, like
inevitable,
Loki.
Yeah, I mean Venom, Loki.
Well, Loki was only a real villain in
Deadpool.
Avengers, and that's because he was under the effect of the Mind Stone.
Yeah, but they always that's always inevitable. I think maybe Guardians will lead into.
Yeah. Oh, this is the scene, isn't it?
Yeah, this is
The scene.
the scene. Yeah,
This is the halfway point, I think, where shit goes down.
I absolutely love this scene. Like the acting is so good.
It's a really long scene as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think that adds to it. Like
Really long dialogue is such a Kevin Smith thing.
yeah, but the way I don't know, just the way he expresses her love to it, it feels so real. Like
Yeah.
it feels like they fell in love.
It's the perfect way to do
making
it.
this film, and he's like, "This is real for him." It's so good.
Although some of those rain shots were a bit sketchy then. Fucking Ben Affleck.
He was great Batman. I'm a bit upset.
I loved him as Batman. He was fucking amazing, man. He was a really good Bruce Wayne.
He was phenomenal. I mean, I was one of the doubters, but when I saw that first trailer that came out with Batman vs Superman, where he runs into the building,
Yeah.
I was like, that's the most Batman
Fucking thing
ever.
ever, yeah.
Ever. And I was in then.
And he's fucking hench as well.
Oh, he was ripped, man.
Like, him and Christian Bale was good, but I didn't like his Batman.
Yeah, I
liked his
find
Bruce
that's always
Wayne.
the problem. Like, you're either a good
Batman
Bruce
or you're a
Wayne
good
or
Bruce
you're a
Wayne.
good
Same with Michael Keaton. He was an amazing Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But I don't like the way he looked. I think he was too old looking as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, the
Like,
suit's too plastic as well. I mean,
yeah, Bruce Wayne's like, cause Christian Bale was like lean, wasn't he? Like lean muscle.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I know Batman Begins, he was fucking massive. Because he did The Machinist,
I'd
and then he was like skinny as fuck, and then
I'd love to see Michael Keaton as like an old Batman. I know people float that about constantly, but a Batman Beyond film where Michael Keaton is Bruce Wayne would be insane.
Yeah.
The only other person I'd like if they wanted to really go for it with a Batman Beyond film would be Clint Eastwood as an old Bruce Wayne.
Really old Bruce. This is Bruce Wayne, no Batman.
Yeah. And then obviously like he takes on a younger like Terry McGinnis to be the new Batman.
Yeah.
But Scott Eastwood.
Yes, that'd be
Scott
great.
Eastwood and Clint Eastwood as Batman Beyond. Get it done.
What do you think of Robert Pattinson though?
I mean, I've never watched any of his films, so I've got no right to judge. I mean,
he's a really good actor. If you take Twilight out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I've seen is Harry Potter, but I mean...
Oh, and Harry Potter, yeah, but I don't count that. He's in like 10 minutes.
I've literally got nothing to say, because I've seen absolutely nothing of his. So, I don't know. I mean, if he gets ripped, then good for him, because that's my thing. I don't like a skinny Batman. I like to see him...
But he's young, though, so he doesn't have to get too big.
Yeah.
He can get... Do you know what I mean? But
I want him to be like... Chris Hemsworth size at least.
Yeah, like Ragnarok style. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't expect him to be Henry Cavill, where he's just a fucking monster.
Yeah.
But I want him to have definition. I want to see his top off, and I want to see his pecs, and I want to see his six-pack. And that's fine.
I think that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think he'll nail it, to be honest, man. If it's going to be a younger Bruce Wayne as well.
I mean...
Like, if they're going to go, like, in a Batman Begins type of thing, but leaving a little bit younger than that, like...
Yeah, I can see him being, like, pulling off the broody quite well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I can see the aggression in him. That's, like, Ben Affleck's Batman. He was angry. You could feel, like, the anger emanating off him. But I just don't see I don't know if
Robert
Pattinson
that
can do
the
that
fucking
for
writing
me.
was a fucking atrocious, like...
Yeah. Like, Affleck's Batman made me feel like I didn't want to be in an alley with him punching me.
No.
Whereas I don't feel Pattinson could...
Yeah, he'd just be
sparkling. I feel like I could beat Robin Pattinson in a fight, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but Ben Affleck, no.
Basically,
he'll fuck you up. Like.
Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Ben Affleck, would still fucking kick my ass.
Yeah. I mean, Mallrats kicks Brody's ass in the...
Yeah, or he was massive in that as well. Or was it just because he's got the fucking... The suit is just way too... You know, it's like a little boy wearing his dad's suit.
He's manager of fashionable male. It's like you can't get a suit.
But it was supposed to be like 90s, so I reckon it's supposed to be like, oh, he's still bringing the 80s clothing back. Like, yeah, this scene is really fucking long. I think it's like 7 minutes long, maybe 10, almost 10 minutes long.
It's phenomenal. Like I said, the way he admits to love... because, like I said, I'm not sure whether he's had a relationship before or not, but she has, I mean, in no uncertain terms, either way, like he says to her, I'll be forever changed because of who you are and what you meant to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's true because she's educated him on, like, LGBT stuff.
Yeah.
Do you mean sexual stuff? She's literally educated him, changed his world, so of course he's going to have those feelings for her, you know?
Yeah.
And this is right as well because he also, like he says, it's unfair for you to tell me. It's unfortunate that you've fallen in love, but it's unfair that you tell me.
I think it's just a bit weird that she didn't like tell him anything about her past at all. Like, it's fair because it's a private thing, but I mean,
yeah.
Or do you think that she's afraid that he'll judge her? Because obviously he fucking does later on, doesn't he? Like, and that's when they kind of split up.
Yeah. I think it's a bit of both. I think, because, like, in the car park where she says, it's the past. Yeah. I think she generally just is
over
past it.
Yeah, she doesn't give a shit. I like that. I like the way she thinks as well. It's like, you shouldn't be judging people on things they've done before, innit? Like,
absolutely. Oh, God, yeah.
Unless you're Harvey Weinstein. Bringing that back.
And, a few others.
Yeah. Don't talk about that.
But it is unfair of him to say, because, like, he hasn't thought about, like... he knows nothing about her life.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't really know this girl. Like, he doesn't know any of her friends. Like, later we see it where she's with all her lesbian friends, and they judge her a little bit, obviously, for being a man. And like you said, you haven't even thought about how. Like,
they don't know
this
where
is
either.
Change
Then,
my world. Like, I'm gonna have to tell people. Well, I turns out I'm with a man, and he hasn't thought of that, and it is quite selfish.
Yeah.
Which I think Holden is quite a selfish character overall, because like you say, he doesn't think about Banky and the whole blunt man and chronic thing. He doesn't really think about what's going on with her and her personal life. And again, later when he finds out all the sex stuff, he's too concerned with himself. Like, oh my God, people are criticizing me because you've done all this, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the core of Holden is that he's super selfish.
This is another scene, I think, one of the first things I saw as well. Like, I'd never seen the film all the way through. I just seen bits. So I'd go in and out, and this and the...
That's, like, Kevin Smith, not so much this one I didn't find, but, like, you know, like, back in the day where you'd be, like, 14, 15, go to a house party, like, Jay and Silent Bob would always be on in the background.
Oh, yeah,
like,
hands down, yeah.
Like, that sort of...
All Pan Am Express, later on,
Dude,
always...
Where's My Car? Like,
do some, fucking...
All that sort of film, I mean. Like, I saw so much of Jay and Silent Bob in just bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That I didn't watch it for ages, but because I felt like I more or less seen it.
I watched the entire film with my mum when I was 8. And, yeah, that was an experience, to tell you that. I had no idea what the fuck was going on, because obviously I was 8 years old. She was laughing, and I'm just like, okay, I don't get that.
Don't know what this means.
And then when I watched it, I was like, what the fuck? Why did she let me watch this? But at the same time, I'm glad she did, because now I'm, you know...
Yeah.
It kind of changed your life a little bit, didn't it? Like, this film is this is kind of the film that made me want to do film. Like, I watched this and I'm like, oh shit, I mean, I've always wanted to do this kind of thing.
Absolutely. I mean, Kevin Smith, it's like you say, it's because of the whole story behind the Clerks thing. It's just phenomenal. It's
nuts, man.
Like, I don't want to say he's lucky, like, because it's not. He's phenomenally talented, but it's just, man, that's 1 in a million, like, chance to like just get out there.
Like Bob Hawke just sitting in the front of the cinema, like if he wasn't there, nothing.
Kudos to him, man, because he absolutely just nailed it. I know like people haven't liked his newer stuff.
I liked his new. I didn't like Yoga Hosers. I really liked Tusk.
I like Tusk.
Tusk was fucking nuts.
Bonkers, yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. Michael Parks.
But I mean, he's given us new things. I mean, you can't criticize the guy for fucking.
And also, didn't
he?
They had the idea for Tusk through a podcast.
Yeah.
With the Walrus from the Carpenter episode on Smodcast, I think.
Yeah, like I just like Taika Waititi as well. I'm a big Taika Waititi fan, but because again, it's a similar sort of story where he's self-made, original ideas. Like What We Do in the Shadows, I think is one of the best films I've seen.
I think he won an Oscar for a short film.
Short film,
yeah,
maybe.
Like
I found out the other day Peter Capaldi won an Oscar for a short film.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, and that was like his first ever, and
that's
no one before it. Yeah,
never been to the Oscars after that, I don't think.
It's mad, isn't it, man?
Yeah, fucking Martin McDonagh. Do you know the guy who did In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths? He won an Oscar for Six Shooter.
But again, that's another sort of thing where
they all win for shorts.
Yeah, but because that's mean they're so original ideas. It's like the Hollywood system is so broken. It's so broken. Like I've seen recently. I think it was yesterday, like, they announced the Little Mermaid casting as Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, which I think is fine. But I've seen a lot of people tweeting, like, oh, it should be this person, that person.
I did not see that at all. What?
And a lot of the people they mentioned were people, like, I've never, ever heard of. And it's like, I don't think those people who are like that understand how the industry works. Like, they're not going to bet their $100 million film on a lead who
else is in that?
No one's heard of.
Who plays Eric?
I
can't imagine Henry Cavill would be perfect for that. He kind of
might be a bit too old because I think Zendaya is playing Little Mermaid.
What about Ariel then?
It's Zendaya, I think. Yeah, from
that's not bad.
Mary Jane from Spider-Man. But yeah, like the Hollywood system is broken because it's like unless you've got a last name that's relevant.
Yeah.
Not to bring back creeps, but Max Landis, like, you know, our Max Landis films keep getting made. They're absolute trash.
No,
but it's because he's got a last name. And actually, to see people like Kevin Smith, Taika Waititi, just break in with original ideas.
Yeah.
Like, In Bruges is one of my favourite comedies. It's so
In
good.
Bruges. That's what we got to do in Bruges.
So good, yeah. Do you remember? It's just
watch
such
that
an original
probably
idea.
at least once a fortnight.
Oh, it's, mate,
if not once a week.
I quote that film at least 2 or 3
all the
times
time.
a
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
That's probably my favourite McDonough film.
You know karate. Brilliant.
Oh man, I got the screenplay on. I bought the book of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I got
so
3
funny.
billboards as well.
Amazing. I haven't seen Seven Psychopaths yet, but because I was put off by the reviews.
Yeah.
And then I just never went
I
back
didn't watch
to
it for years because when I came out, I was like, I always like Colin Farrell. And then when Colin Farrell was doing his Irish accent, his Dublin accent, I'm like, oh, that's funny, man. He's so. And I watched In Bruges only for the first time, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, my parents watched it years ago, and they asked me if I wanted to watch it, and I was like, no, it was too British for me at the time.
All right, okay.
And obviously, Gret was like, British films are actually really fucking
I
good.
think. I mean, I think British comedy's amazing. I mean, Ricky Gervais is just my god. I mean, I could talk about The Office forever because I just love it, absolutely love it. And The Office film is amazing too.
So I wasn't a fan of Ricky Gervais until the same like 2 years ago, and then I think I watched Humanity when it came out on Netflix.
Humanity's so.
And I was just like, this is a funny motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna watch all this shit. I'm still not a massive fan of The Office though. Like, it's too cringe for me. I
don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I just.
And he throws the fucking shoe over the building, and he's like, oh yeah, like what the fuck? Like, there's people like that as well.
Yeah, no, but that's why I love The Office because
it's so like
even in school I knew kids like fucking Gareth Keenan.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm sure the vast majority of people who will listen to this, if anyone, know the US Office, and obviously Gareth is the equivalent of Dwight.
Yeah.
And I knew kids like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know like him, not so much like Dwight, because Dwight's a bit more.
No, obviously they're to the ultimate extreme, but still, and because I watched it when it was like on TV with my parents. I was like maybe 6 or 7. When was it? Like 2000, so I might have been 6.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And I didn't understand it, but there's just certain things in it where it would just absolutely crease me even then.
Yeah.
Like when they do the group training, and then he brings in the guitar and Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Martin Freeman and Mackenzie Crocker all just singing. Mate, that's so funny. Like, I hear that in my head. Doing this incredible.
I might have to try it again, if I'm honest.
I love it. Absolutely love
it. I liked Afterlife, and I tried watching Derek, and I did like the first 2 episodes of Derek.
Derek is phenomenal. I think Derek changed.
Ricky Gervais nails it as Derek, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people started to change their perceptions of Ricky Gervais, because I think he wasn't well liked sort of much before that.
No, I know.
But
he's written a lot of films as well. I mean, he's written and directed. He did Vengeance on the Lion.
Yeah, I mentioned
Ghost
Lion,
Town,
Ghost Town.
Yeah, Ghost Town.
Special Correspondent.
That was fucking shit, though. I watched that. I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Eric Bana is great in that.
Yeah, but he's just all right, I suppose.
It's just like, okay, the cast is great, but the film is like. Yeah. I think sometimes that actually works. So if the cast is amazing, the film is still shit. You're like, oh, whatever. Like that's why, even I didn't really like Yoga Hosers, but I did like the dynamic between Harley Quinn and Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's because they're friends in real life, and that comes across.
I just didn't like the whole.
I don't know. Yoga Hosers just feels like a really bad, like sort of Sharknado type.
Yeah, he could have done it well if it just focused on like maybe like it's like a spiritual sequel to Clerks.
Yeah,
just kept it like that.
Yeah, in that sort
of
indie,
but he's trying to like branch out. I'm like, okay, I think it would have worked if it was just maybe them working in a convenience store and pretty much the exact same as Clerks, but with like 2 girls.
2 girls, yeah. Like Clerks 3.
That could have been Clerks 3, and then Dante could have turned up, and like it could have been like
Dante owns the shop now or something.
Yeah, they could have shot in a quick stop, like. Yeah. But then again, they turned up in Tusk when they were in.
That's true.
Because Justin Long bumps into them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I feel like we've been talking about other things and I don't know what bit we're on now. Oh,
An hour and 6 in, I'm totally lost.
Fucking hell. Probably 25 minutes is just talking about Marvel.
Tangent about Marvel and directors.
I think Lester Jones is gonna appearing in Reboot as well.
Right, here we go. This is where it all kicks off now. Finger Crackers, the yearbook.
Yeah, the little bit they have. What's it? I can't remember the guy's name, but he was in Clerks as well. the guy who talks about her name. You know how she got the name finger cuss. Her and
Chloe or
Chloe London and
Chloe London.
yeah, and Rick Derris.
Rick Derris is it? Yeah.
Fucking Rick Derris.
I wonder if those are like real people. Like
yeah, because like Rick Derris is in Clerks.
Yeah.
He's the gym guy, and he's like, oh, you can stand this other way, and he's like, and then they talk about like how he like sold cigarettes to the little girl, and they're there, and yeah, him and. I
wonder if he purposely looks like fucking Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
Him, I can't remember his name. Him and Ernest O'Donnell, who plays Rick Derris, they had like an improv comedy group with Kevin Smith. Yeah, when they were in high school, and like that's how Kevin Smith started doing that writing and stuff like that. And then like he was gonna be playing, I think it's him, might be someone else actually. But I think they're gonna get Rick Derris who's gonna play Randall. And then I think Kevin was like, no, I want to play Randall, and then obviously he gave it to Jeff Anderson because I know Ernest O'Donnell wasn't a good actor, and like this is if you watch the behind the scenes on Clerks Snowball Effect, you can see that him reading out, and he doesn't he's
like really mechanical,
and then Jeff Anderson's just like so natural, like, and he's got that voice, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a unique voice. He's the type of person where if he was voicing like an animated character, you know it was him straight away. Yeah.
Do you watch the animated Clerks series? That was good. And they got the lost scene as well. There's a version, the 15th anniversary version of Clerks. You can put the lost scene in it. It's when they go to the funeral. It like kicks into the animated bit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't watch it because it just feels out of place, but it's a nice little deleted scene.
I find things like that hard to find. Like, have you ever seen like the Friday films?
No.
There's like an animated series of that was alright. It wasn't great, but it was alright. But I find like animated series of spin-offs are just really hard to find.
Yeah.
Like to watch again. Like there was a Napoleon Dynamite one, but you can't find it anywhere now. Do you mean it's weird?
Not even like on like a Blu-ray.
I mean, you could probably get it on eBay, but it's not like you don't see it like talked about or like mentioned in association with the film or anything like that.
No, I get it, yeah.
Like say like the Clerks, I bet 90% of Kevin Smith fans haven't got a clue that was like a thing.
Yeah. I don't think I know anyone like Banky though, like the way he acts and treats people. And that's probably because I'm probably the Banky. As they say in it, like if you got angry fans like Banky, shit, I am Banky. I mean, I dress like him for starters.
I love this scene, man, because this is right. What Hooper said here is so right. I mean, this film is what got me past this sort of thinking where he's like, every man wants to think that they're the first man, that they're like the discoverer and done the first time. And that's true, absolutely that's true. Like when you're like 18, 19 and you're like, you want to be the first to do this, that, or whatever, whether or think you're the first. That's such a childish way of thinking, like it's so juvenile.
But that's the way, it's funny how like they're like 26 and like,
they still haven't
pushed past through that stage.
I mean, you're absolutely deluded if you think at the age of 26 this girl is fucking, just laid there and been gone down on by like girls. I mean, absolutely not. Everyone's explored their sexuality. Get over it.
I think it's because he hasn't experienced it, and he's just
plus really, I think he's just
so
conservative.
Just jealousy.
Yeah,
like he's jealous of her for experiencing stuff where he hasn't. He's never been in a relationship. I mean, I don't think they mention it. And then Banky's obviously jealous of him because he's losing his friend. And it's just that's pretty much what I take from it. Like this guy's just like the middle ground, and this guy knows his shit.
Yeah,
like.
he's the voice of reason. And he's right here as well about the split between like the lesbian community and the gay community.
Yeah.
Inter-subculture cattiness, as Holden puts it. I sometimes forget that this film it was like 1997 because a lot of the themes and what they discuss are still relevant like now.
Words as well they use. It's like you cannot say that now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you can't say that now, because it does, like when they say the F word, I don't know. I just find that I'm like, oh yeah. And especially the character that.
I love this one.
It's fucking Malcolm X. Like,
I can't help but wonder if this is a slight dig at like media in general, like
public betrayal.
Public betrayals and shit like that.
And he shakes his head at him like.
I think this is Kevin Smith's way of saying don't trust big fucking rich people and
he's like, the black man is God.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. He has to do that. Like,
But that's it's still so relevant today. I mean, this film still speaks to issues that are going on today. It's so good. Well ahead of its time.
Later, like.
Yeah.
I really hope he's back in it as well. I love him.
He's such a good
He's
character.
He's in Dogma as well.
He's
the when they go to the strip club. He's part of the crew.
The guys
he's the one. He's the one who's like the bit more. He's the one like nudging them and stuff like that. That's him. Yeah.
The gangsters.
That's fucking great, man. Fucking Dogma.
Because when they were making Superman Lives, John Phillips, the Nuts producer, he said he wanted him in it. He was like, he's got to be Brainiac's dog or something like that.
Brainiac's?
Yeah. He went. He was like, he invited him to the premiere of this one. He was writing. He was like, you've never seen a film of mine, so you might as well come along and see it. And then he talked to him after. He's like, the black guy, he's amazing. His voice is great. He's like, we need someone like that in our film. And he was like, he went there and then to write him in as Brainiac's pet dog or pet cat or something like that.
Is that a real character? Or is it just like,
no?
Let's give Brainiac a fucking cat?
And apparently he said to him, like, we need a gay fucking R2-D2 or something like that in this film, and it's so weird.
Yeah, that film died, didn't it? That died quickly.
There's a documentary about it. You should watch it.
I've heard about that. I haven't
so
not seen
funny.
Is there like, isn't Kevin Smith in that as well? He's obviously like
Kevin Smith is in it.
Tim
Everyone who
Burton's
was involved in the making of it is
Nicolas Cage, is he in that as well?
I think Nicolas Cage might be the only person who isn't.
What's it called?
The Death of Superman Lives.
Yeah, the Death. Yeah. I'm going to check that out.
Amazing.
It came out last year, no way. Oh, it's on Blu-ray. I'm going to have to... No, it's not. No, it's not. This is a different film. This is Death of Superman, which is an animated film.
Yeah, that's that came out recently. Not very good.
No.
Which is shocking for DC animated films because they're normally like pretty wicked.
Yeah.
Because the sequel's coming out as well, which is I don't know. It's gonna have like Cyborg Superman in it. It's basically following the Doomsday comic.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 2015 documentary. Yeah.
Batman Hush is also coming out.
Tells into the story behind the proposed film directed by Tim Burton with Nicolas Cage starring as Superman. See, I really wish I could have seen that.
Mate, honestly, it's incredible. There's a bit in it where because all of this is basically this producer guy's fault. Like I can't remember.
Nicolas Cage only archive footage. John Peters,
yeah. He's just insane. He's nuts.
He's a former hairdresser. What did he do? So
he was Barbara Streisand's hairdresser, and then I think he got in like a relationship with her.
Yeah, he said, Star is Born, no notes.
Yeah,
so I'm guessing
and then he made a Star is Born with her, and like became super rich, and then he bought the rights to Superman and Batman for dirt cheap.
He executive produced Batman Returns, Batman.
Yeah, he owns the rights.
And he did Superman Returns and Man of Steel. Yeah. And A Star is Born.
Justice League and Batman vs Superman 2.
Yeah, he produced that.
But it's only because he owns the rights. I think he bought them in the 60s for something stupid, like $200. Like, ridiculous.
What, for the rights of Superman?
Yeah, honestly, I'll find out now, but it was mad cheap. But because they thought, obviously, Superman and Batman were never going to be important.
Oh, this is the reveal now.
That's such a funny line.
Well,
currently at the hockey game where he's about to confront her about her past.
I love she's so calm about this as well. Like,
but she knows what's like.
She's trying to say it like in a way not make him.
It's great that they've done it like this as well, because this is everyone's nightmare to have a confrontation like this in public.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine it. Like having an argument in public is awkward, but when it's like about intimacy like this, it's just it's your worst nightmare. And here, I think she's winding him up now because he knows what she's doing.
He does not like it. Look at it.
Yeah, that's I think she knows. She's fully aware at this point, and she's just.
She's she take no shit. Take no shit, man.
And good for her. I like this. This is where I think the film is a little bit ahead of its time because, I mean.
There we go. That's Rick Derris on the right of Ben Affleck there.
Sweet.
That's not actually Rick Derris, but that's the guy who plays Rick Derris. They're all like staring.
That's really like your worst
I don't think
nightmare,
this bit probably was not shot at a fucking hockey game until the actual hockey game scenes. He's not a good actor, is he?
No, but that's funnier though. Do you mean that's a little bit funnier? I think. Oh man, it's so awkward. Like I just couldn't imagine it.
The fight as well. Like the correlation between that as well.
No, that's just like the contrast and
Yeah.
the knockout punches when she's like, "I fucking blew him."
Well, Chloe fucked me. Yeah, it's just such a gutting scene, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Why he's so intense?
That's I don't get what he's like. I don't understand this. Is it his insecurity? Is he angry?
No, it's definitely it's because he has no experiences as she's had, and he doesn't like the fact that she's done more than him. It's a little. It's not like I don't think it's a sexist thing going on there, but it's.
No, I know. I mean, it does go back to what Hooper was saying about like the first man thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like at this point you should be over it. Like I get it. Like I think
it's
when
because
you're 16, 17, you're like
he's at the point in time before he told her he loved her and then they got together. He thought she was just a lesbian.
Yeah.
So he thinks that he's the first.
Yeah.
And then when he finds out like this, he's like, no way, because she's been a lesbian.
I mean,
and he's like, no, she's bisexual.
I am of the opinion she maybe should have said, I haven't always been lesbian. I mean,
but at the same time, why she wouldn't have to? Like, it's not
exactly.
his business, really, is it?
Exactly. That's where I think
like
this film...
They've been dating for probably maybe a few weeks to a few months. Like, it's something she might bring up later on, but like, why should she? Like, there's no...
I feel like it's something that would just casually come up as well. Like, like the bar scene where they're talking about it.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been very easy, like in real life, to casually go, "Oh well, I haven't always been."
Yeah, this one guy. Yeah, this guy off.
I've experimented, but
I got a finger cuffed. Like,
yeah.
But I think she wants to leave that behind because I don't think she's. I think she's probably slightly embarrassed a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, like she doesn't have to go into detail, but I definitely feel like she could have mentioned that at some point. Like, I haven't always been.
At the same time, fuck it.
Yeah, like you said, she also shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
And this is where I think this film's ahead of its time. Like here, where she says they didn't use her, she used them.
Yeah,
that's absolutely right. Why can't women use men for sex? Do you mean? And that's where I think this film is very.
Also, she was young. She's just like trying things out, isn't it? Like why?
I mean, it's easy for us to say now because we're living in the sort of enlightened age.
Yeah.
Where we got decency.
Yeah.
But at this time, I mean,
it's still a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at episodes of Friends, they're the same. Have you noticed?
Exactly.
Like, the way Ross treats women as well, and it's like if it was now, it obviously wouldn't be the same, but at the time, it still isn't right, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I like Alyssa as a character because she's fucking wicked. Because she doesn't care. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's like, she is what she is. She's done what she's done, and she carries that, and she's fine with it. And this scene is so genuine when she's crying here. Like, you feel it. It's so good.
Oh, that's such awkward. Because they had an argument as well, didn't they?
Well, yeah, I mean, as much as a dick as Banky was, I think Holden sort of has to admit he was right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his attitude about it wasn't right, because he was, like I said, he was a bit of a dick. But he was right. She did have a past.
Yeah.
And but I like, this is where Jason Lee really comes into his own, because you can see his facial expression here that he's not looking for an apology, and he's not like going to drop like, oh, I told you so.
That's why he's such a good friend as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's just feeling empathetic for his friend, and
there we go, the fucking scene.
Yeah.
The funny thing about this, right, on the Tracy and Amy documentary is that Kevin always gets annoyed if his actors don't know their lines. He forgot his own fucking... he kept fucking up. He's just like...
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's amazing. He said to himself, he's like, I used to hate myself when I was younger because I was always just a dick to people when they didn't remember my lines, because obviously, he said he used to be quite insecure as well. Yeah. I think he said he puts a lot of himself into Holden.
I get it. Like I said, his dialogue is so good that to me it feels like it's not scripted. I mean, it feels like it's all just natural.
But it is like severely scripted. Like go off fucking.
No, but it's clever, really. Like I get why he's like that, because as long as they do stick to his script, then it is probably going to come across really well.
Yeah, it is a weird introduction though for James Silent Bob, though, isn't it? Yeah. Like he's like it kind of feels like he threw him in like
last minute,
yeah.
Like this was a reshoot to add him in.
Yeah.
He's so fucking violent, isn't he? He looks so young here, man. It's weird.
Oh, he's so crude.
Oh, yeah. Nuge.
Nuge.
I like how he's just created like a term I like Jay and Bob because everyone knows someone like this. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone, like, man, this probably would mean nothing to most people listening, but like,
Yeah.
you know, Castle Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
This is everyone that used to.
Yeah, there's always fucking one. Yeah. There was like 20 J's on there.
I was gonna drop a name, but I'm not gonna drop a name of someone we know. But
fair enough.
Like, I get that though, man. Like, I've obviously never been in a relationship with someone who's got like a nickname and is notorious.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine like being in a cafe and someone knowing your girlfriend because she's got a very promiscuous reputation.
Yeah.
Like, it would be a bit irking, to say the least.
Yeah. Oh,
So
hold on.
what, man? Oh my god.
Just slap him in the face. Something
Yeah.
little fucking whiny little bitch, man. Just.
Man, just take his own fucking advice. Like,
Oh, so something like shit in your cereal.
This is where Holden gets really unlikable for me.
Yeah.
Like, but that's also because I like her so much. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh man.
I don't know. I don't know. He just bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And it's not. It is a little bit because it's Ben Affleck as well. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He just has
you're right. It is. It's the casting. Yeah, you're right.
But I think Miramax wanted David Schwimmer.
No, I couldn't see it.
Yeah,
this, nah.
but David Schwimmer nails the. He's basically playing Ross at this point, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
I
don't think David Schwimmer could pull off the.
It was going to be David Schwimmer as Holden, Jon Stewart as Banky.
What?
Yeah, I know. Jon Stewart also appeared in Strike Back, and I can't remember who was going to play Alyssa. And he fought for it, and the reason he got them is because he took a reduced budget of $250,000. And obviously the budget was something like 10, 15 mil or something like that. And I remember, it's all in the documentary, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
And he's saying that Scott Mosier was basically just couldn't deal with it, and he pulled it off obviously at the end. Like, but he was so pissed off. He's like, we can't do this for 250,000. Like, what do you mean? Like,
I mean,
such a cheap made film. Like,
I think that's the thing. Like, that might be a little bit of a crutch Kevin Smith has laboured himself with because he's indie. I think.
He's like, I don't give a shit. I make the film I want to make. I don't want you to have. Don't David Schwimmer playing fucking Holden. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No. Like, he wants his friends because he wrote them for his friends. He said,
yeah,
Ben
exactly.
Affleck, I wrote this film
I
for
get
you.
that. Like, when I write, like I said to you before, I have people in mind specifically when I write characters.
Yeah.
And it's got to be the same with him. Do you mean?
There's no other way around it. Like, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Like Coey in this. There's no way. 100% Coey is based on a real person he knows. Do you mean he knows someone like that? Because you can't write the character like that. It just is.
Yeah. It's already probably someone that's probably an actual thing of the finger cuffs thing. It's probably someone out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who had done, from New Jersey.
Like New Jersey legends. Is this the first time he ever speaks?
No, he does speak a lot. He does speak a little bit in Clerks. He says, most girls don't bring lasagna to your work. Most of them just cheat on you. I think that's exactly the right words, but
every time
that's his only line in that. And then in Mallrats, he says something about the Force.
Oh yeah, he does the Jedi thing. Doesn't he? Jedi craves no adventure or something like that. Yeah. Line.
And then he has this monologue then, which he kept fucking up, like when you were filming it.
It's such a good monologue because it's right. Like I said, it's everyone's felt that. Like, I mean, even now, if when you're with someone, at first when it does, for whatever reason, it does always feel a bit shitty when they tell you, oh, whatever their past is.
Yeah.
But
it's only for like strangers, though,
just
isn't
get
it? Like,
over it.
If it's someone you've known for a while, then maybe you get together, you know enough about them. But like, if it's a pure stranger you've met in a bar, and then you think you know everything about them, but you fucking don't, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I've done this," and then you get really mad.
And especially when it's like, or if it's like someone you know, like I think that's maybe his issue is that it's because he knows the men as well.
Yeah, he knows. Well, everyone fucking knows her. Like everyone he knows her. Like she's like this icon in a way.
So it would be a bit
icon's not the right word, but do you know what I mean?
Grinding.
Yeah.
It's like an urban myth. Like, do you mean?
I love how he just keeps eating sugar. He's pouring it into his tea, and then he's just eating it because he doesn't know what the fuck he has to do. Like, he's just like, I don't know what to do. He's talking, and I'm not the one who's talking. There's apparently like a thing about the thing he eats sugars because obviously he was on drugs. So yeah.
I mean,
fair bit to Kevin Smith though. He's a good actor.
He's phenomenal. But I mean, it's just natural.
He's got this like natural charisma, and you can't hate him.
I love him. Well, we were watching. He started doing this thing called What's in the Box with Jason Moo, where he just does unboxings.
Yeah.
And I was gonna catch up on one the other day because my TV downstairs got YouTube on it, and I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I watch this?" To my mum, and she's like, "Oh, Kevin Smith," and she was like, "Oh yeah." We brought her, and she's like, "Oh, I would marry Kevin Smith."
Who wouldn't?
Well, yeah. So I'm putting that out there. My mum wants to marry Kevin Smith. But he is. He's just so charismatic.
I know.
It's because he's just funny and natural.
He's nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I said,
he's
so
definitely changed over the years.
Things.
So I mean, you've seen with some of the stand up, but like the Q&As, and he was a bit of a dick, like maybe like 2002ish, like, and even with Kevin Smith, see them, he's a bit arrogant, just constantly smoking cigarettes and just
like doesn't want to be there. And
he did, but then now he's just like, oh yeah.
But I think he's got a lot more freedom to do the things like the Fat Man on Batman, you know. Smodcast. I mean, they're all his things. He's in control. I don't think he likes doing things where he isn't in charge, you know?
Yeah.
But like I said, because he's so passionate about things, like, I can watch his review of a film that, like, maybe a film that wasn't quite for me.
Yeah.
But he put
it's like
so
an hour
much
long,
into
hour
his
long,
review
and you're just like, yeah, I can listen to this one.
I'm like, oh, that's so good. Do you mean? And he, like, bursts into tears. And
oh, yeah, he cries a lot, doesn't he? Like, watching The Flash and stuff.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I like The Flash.
Yeah.
But it hits me nowhere near as hard as it clearly hits Kevin Smith.
No.
But I love watching him talk about it.
It's because he's like, he's a bit older as well, so he's grown up more with those characters at a certain time.
I mean,
like, you know, he was like the right age for when comics were pretty much
absolutely. Like, to go back to Transformers, like when the newest Bumblebee film come out, and there's that scene at the start where you see all the Generation 1 Transformers.
Yeah.
And you see RC, who is like the female Transformer, who's like, oh, man, she is like one of my absolute favourite characters. And that was the first time ever in a film where I just lost my mind. You see her for like 2 seconds, just goes over, and I was like, oh, fuck, man, RC is there. And that film just continues through, like, fucking Soundwave, Shockwave, just amazing Transformers, how they should look.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so emotional. Like, I'd waited fucking 20 years for that. Just to see that. Yeah. And so I can't imagine, like, for Kevin Smith, I mean, what's he, like, in his 50s, maybe? 40s, 50s?
He's, 70. I think he's 49 in August.
So there, I mean, he's waited, like, 40 years to see these things.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so emotional after 20 years seeing the Transformers.
Exactly.
So for him to see all these, this amazing, like, dare I say, renaissance of the comic era, like, golden age of Marvel cinema.
That's why I'm gonna be like on Tuesday. Well, I'll probably might watch it tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah.
I might actually go and watch it. Spider-Man. Finally get to see Mysterio on the screen.
Absolutely.
He's my favourite fucking character.
But that's for me. Like,
it's just like
you haven't waited anywhere near as long as Kevin Smith have.
Nowhere near.
I get it. As a fanboy,
and we've got years to go with all this shit. Like he's still got years to go. He's got maybe he could have like 50 years left of his life to.
Yeah, like for me.
We got 70 years to see shit.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Darth Revan film from Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah.
Man, if they'd done a Darth Revan trilogy, like, if I was 40 and they released Darth Revan, I don't care. I'd go to that cinema, I'm crying.
All you can do, write an outline, go and try and pitch it. Just fucking do it. And
I would do it
Universal Monsters as well.
Yeah, get the Universal Monsters going. Universal, the shout out, let me write Phantom of the Opera. Maybe do Hunchback of Notre Dame. We'll nail it. I'll fix your Dark Universe. I'll do it for free. But
it'll be retitled, not Dark Universe.
Yeah, we're not calling
Universal
it Dark
Monsters.
Universe. Yeah.
The OG.
Yeah. Let me be your Kevin Feige.
Yeah. The Kevin Feige of Universal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nail it, man. I don't think I can do anything like that. I don't think I can probably work on a franchise. If I had to pick one comic book adaptation, 2, and it's already been done, Sin City. That'd be mine.
Sin City would be good, yeah. But
or any some sort of Daredevil. I know now the Netflix show was fucking amazing, and it's a shame that it's gone because that was.
I don't know. I'm conflicted with the Netflix shows because I think they're a bit too long. I think they're about 3 episodes too long, all of them.
Yeah, sometimes.
I think they tend to dip in the middle a bit. I didn't like the last series of Daredevil. I haven't
watched it.
Oh,
I keep watching one. I watched Daredevil 1 when it came out, and then season 2 took me ages to watch Jessica Jones. Like once I watched the episode though,
like a slog, like I said,
it was a bit of a slog.
Just dips in the middle. Like I haven't watched the latest series.
Yeah,
Iron
Fist was. I didn't mind Iron Fist actually. I liked
I watched it, and then I just
the casting choice was good. It's just it was a bit poorly written and.
I remember
a bit flat as well.
IGN specifically, I think it was Daniel Krupa mentioned that like Dan Stevens should be Iron Fist, and they tried to start hashed out Fist Dan Stevens.
Yeah.
And I thought he would have made an amazing Iron Fist, but Legion is great. I mean, so there's that.
Oh yeah, he would have made it. Yeah, he would have made amazing fucking. I keep forgetting. I think Dan Stevens. I just think Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
he
played
Beauty
and the Beast. I don't like that film.
I never seen it, but I can picture like he's bigger in my mind. Like he's more buff, like a Zachary Levi kind of thing. Like Shazam.
Oh man, Zachary Levi.
Oh, but he is a perfect casting, though, isn't he?
He was phenomenal. I'd never heard of him before it.
He was in Thor 1. No, you think he was in Thor 2 and 3? He took over for Fandriel.
Yeah.
And then just got fucking wiped out in the first 10 minutes.
Oh god, yeah. But I started watching and when they released the thing of the suit, I thought, oh no, this is not good because it looked extremely padded and like maybe CGI. But then I started watching loads of like press junkets and stuff with him, and just seeing him with the two kids, it felt so natural. I mean, it was like he was a kid himself, and I was like, oh, I'm up for this.
Did you watch Shazam?
I watched it. It's all right. It's not perfect.
I feel like
it's all right.
I feel like Mark Strong wasn't the right choice. I feel like he's just constantly playing villains, like kick ass.
He's typecast now.
He's typecast as fuck.
He's a great actor.
Oh yeah, he was great in Kingsman. I loved him in Kingsman.
Yeah, he's one of those actors where he has great roles, like Kick Ass.
Yeah, he was
so good in Kick Ass.
Oh, Kick Ass 2 though.
Brilliant.
Yeah, not that. Can't do that one. It's just because they got rid of fucking Evan Peters as well.
Yeah, that's a weird. I wonder whose decision that was. Like, was that him?
I think he might have done it for.
Because didn't First Class come out about the same time as 2?
I thought it might be American Horror Story might have been taken over because obviously that takes a
few
few months to shoot, doesn't
himself, Yeah, because the other guy in it, I don't know the actor's name. On my glasses,
Clark
he's
Duke.
in Hot Tub Time Machine, and he's in Superbad as well.
He's in
second.
Yeah. Talking about that, he's fucking like in every shot. When they get to the house party,
he's always like in the background.
Yeah, and they mention that on the commentary. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's just standing there." Like,
oh man, there's a really good film I forgot about with him in called Sex Drive.
Yeah, Sex Drive. Yeah.
Seth Green is like an Amish person.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Man, that film is so good. Seth Green owns that film. He's like a mechanic in it. It's so funny. He's so like dry and sarcastic.
Yeah,
it's a really good film.
I like that. Yeah, that's quite underrated. Like, it's not the best film, but it's like
it's a great film.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's one of those films where I don't care like if it's got like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just great. It's so
no, because there's always ones like that. Like Harold Kumar is not very highly rated, and apart from the third one, which is
weird. Yeah,
it's the 3D aspect and the killing of Santa Claus with a shotgun. Like, besides that though, it was a great film. Can't beat Guantanamo Bay though. That's the best.
What's going on? New Bill and Ted coming out?
Bill and Ted, yeah.
Start filming like this week, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm so glad they've been saying that for like 10 years, making New Bill and Ted, and oh man, I fucking love that.
Okay, back to Chase Amy.
Yeah, I know it's been.
So
when you've got like 10 minutes left, skip through 3 long scenes. That's pretty much the whole entire act. Is 3 fucking scenes, 4 maybe.
Yeah.
Of them just talking.
So right now, he wants to do the threesome with Banky, Alistair, and himself. This is something that made me think when I was watching it, because I first watched this film and I was like,
this is the naivety about it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I've never thought about like fucking threesomes, foursomes, all that stuff. But the point that she makes is really interesting, where she's like, "What if I'm different, make different noises with him than you?" And it's like, I've never thought about that, and it's like, fuck, man.
As she's saying right now, yes, be suspicious. And like, you know, what if his dick's bigger? And I don't know. It's not something I thought about. She's got a point, though. She's got a point.
That's absolutely right. Yeah,
he's stupid to think that that's going to fix it. Like,
exactly.
That proves the point of his character. He's
absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely fucking stupid, isn't he? Like, the more I think about it now, the more I dislike him.
That's
I can't help it. I want to like him. I just can't.
I've never thought of that. Like,
I just kind of thought, like, oh.
I've always just clung to her, but because I respect her so much because she's just so.
Yeah. And then obviously
solid in
Banky's
himself.
great because he's just funny as fuck. And
I
then
never think about Holden.
Holden's just like, oh, he's just a
now we're
little
sitting
shit.
here analysing it. That's me. I'm like, oh, he's really unlikable. He's not a good character. Like, he's a good character, but I don't think he's a likable character.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
No, I think it's meant to be that way. But cause like you said, a part of it might be just because it's Ben Affleck, and that's just sort of the vibe you get.
Yeah. But he does nail the role though, because I don't hate Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
But he's done some films. I'd hate him in Dazed and Confused. He's such a dick.
He's one of those actors where I don't know how I feel, but like he's very.
He's also a dickhead in Jersey Girl.
Yeah.
Until like maybe even the midpoint, he's still a bit of a fucking asshole.
It's like going back to Ricky Gervais a little bit. It's like the problem I think he had with him. I think like when The Office came out, like before The Office, he was doing the 11 o'clock show.
Yeah.
Where he was playing a news presenter who was a complete like arsehole. He was just like so culturally inappropriate. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. I
think people thought that was him, and I think some people find it hard to separate like a character from an actor.
He's a little bit like that though, isn't he? Like, but he's just because he's like, I'm rich, I don't give a fuck, and like it's like fair play, mate. You worked hard, so you deserve that shit.
And I think that's the thing with Ben Affleck, where like he's played some fucking dirtbag roles where it's hard to separate him as a person from his roles.
Yeah, and obviously his public life as well, which doesn't help.
I mean, there's a bit of a bubble around him that I think.
Gotta say
it creates an atmosphere that makes people not want to like him.
Yeah.
Which I get because
it's not the last scene, is it? Oh man, see, I can't imagine anyone else playing this role apart from her.
No,
she is the perfect casting.
That's mean I completely look over Holden.
I saw because she was written. It was written for her. That's why. Yeah. Actually, I just realised something. I think she leaves through the wrong door.
Yeah, she goes.
She goes through the fucking bedroom.
That's his bedroom.
Yeah. And then he follows her.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. I think.
Well.
Good to know.
Spotted. Yeah. Wrong door.
What's that one say? Here lies Dick Boyd. Never noticed that before. I'm guessing that's Holden.
That fucking table, man. That would make me so paranoid. The table's made out of
Not right. We stopped here 1 year later. I hate when people do that.
Really?
I can't stand it. Like I can excuse it in Endgame.
Yeah.
But only because they've built up so much of this time, and like they can get away with it because obviously they've had like things set in the 40s and the 90s and stuff. I don't know. That's why I like the way he's wearing. Isn't that like the cap he wears in My Name Is Earl?
Man, I watched My Name Is Earl for ages.
And that's Ethan Suplee as well, who also plays. I haven't seen the show at all. I know weird facts about shit.
He used to be on E4, I think.
I think did he play his brother or his friend or something?
I don't know. He's in a lot. He's the boat guy, isn't he?
He's the boat guy. He's in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
He's like fucking like buff in that as well.
He's one of those people where he pops up in loads of things and you're like, oh, what's he from?
Yeah. And he just rambles on, doesn't he? Like, and he's just like I'm listening to you, man. I'm just Baby Dave.
I mean, it feels awkward because like
Batman did I say Batman as a pussy?
Like he seems like when he's talking to him, he seems like he just does not want to be there, Banky. Which makes me wonder if he's like because he's not partnered with Holden anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, his whole world is connected to Holden. It's like he's just lost his passion for his work now. Holden's not with him because you can see it here that he just.
I just don't get why they just don't become. Like,
I don't understand how they fall.
Like I get the Alyssa Holden thing. That's ended, but like they have such a big past, like 20 odd years of being friends, right?
Suddenly,
and then he's just like, nah.
Yeah, like
and they don't even touch upon. They didn't mention it in Jane Silent. I really, really hope that one of them turns up in Reboot, just for the sake of ending their story. I want to know if they reconnected.
I think they they try to flesh out more in Jane Silent Bob, like where it's to do with the rights. They mention it in this as well, but I don't know. Like you say, it just feels a bit abrupt. Like there's no reason for their friendship to really end.
Yeah. Oh, does that say Viewer Skew Comics?
Yeah.
See, didn't notice that. And her hair's different, obviously. Yeah. Nice little.
They must have known, like. I wonder if that's her girlfriend. Do they say, or?
I don't know. I think so. I think she's in the film earlier on, mind, as like just one of her friends.
Yeah. She must know. Appearing at this Comic-Con, she's probably going to bump into him. Surely.
Yeah. Surely.
I mean,
didn't she say she's already read the comic as well? Like she says it now, and he chucks it. No, he chucks it to her.
Yeah.
He's read her comic. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a little pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Someone wrote
To be fair,
my
though,
sexual exploits.
everything I've written is based on true experiences I've
Yeah.
had. So, and I write characters that are literally people I know, even got the same name when I'm writing them, just so I can't be able to change it.
Yeah, like I said, it's just easier then.
So, like, I get people can be pissed, but if you put them in a different light, I mean, like that, I can't imagine he.
I mean, it's not exactly writing a person. It's writing like the spirit of the person. Do you know what I mean? It's like
it's
their essence.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to see if anyone ever would write something based on me and how I'm perceived. Like,
yeah, to see how other people perceive you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably I don't want to read
Might
that.
not be a good idea.
Yeah.
I wonder how much detail he goes into in that comic. Like, she got finger
yeah,
cuffed.
finger cuffed. Yeah.
That would annoy. That would
piss me off.
Yeah.
Oh no. I think they might. I think he did do a Chasing Amy comic line.
Yeah, I think there
like
is.
to not coincide with this. I think it was released years later. But that'd be fucking. If it does exist, that'd be amazing. I'd read that.
Yeah. Like I said, I just want to see if he goes into the details about her, like past,
Yeah.
like because that would really annoy me. I wouldn't be annoyed if someone wrote about me, but if they wrote like intimate details like that would piss me off.
I like the meta aspect of this film as well. You know, the fact that it's named after the comic book he writes, which is that's another thing.
And it's like just a not like a throwaway thing, but it's just like a small monologue.
I've done stuff like that before. See, like I've got this script about a screenwriter, and obviously he goes through this like breakup, and he meets this girl, and they kind of have this thing, and like it goes well, and he ends up writing about his breakup and his experience. So it's really meta, but I haven't experienced that, so like. I haven't really written it because I'm like, oh, maybe like that's for another time.
Right
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
but it's pretty much based on this. Like, this is the main inspiration for it, and the whole like meta aspect of the comic book after the film, and I think that's where the film name comes from. Because it wouldn't be called Chasing Alyssa, would it? That wouldn't be catchy.
It goes back to what like when I was watching it, my mum was like, "Is that Amy? Is that Amy?"
Yeah.
Like all the way through this film, you're like, "Well, what's Amy then? What's
Amy is Holden's middle name."
Yeah. And then obviously Kevin Smith delivers that sort of monologue, and it's emotional.
Yeah.
Like
and that's when he gets the influence.
Yeah, and then when the comic comes, it like brings.
That's the good thing, right?
circle.
That's trying to find that aspect, like where is he going to get the idea to write this comic book? And I think it's from that monologue with
Kevin.
yeah.
And that's it's the concept. It's Chasing Amy. Amy isn't a name. Amy's a concept.
Yeah.
She's the concept of jealousy and not being let go of people's pasts. And the comic then brings it full circle. That he's realised now that fuck it. Do you mean who cares what she's done?
But it can go the same because it just ends course, isn't it?
And I like that they don't get back together. I like that. That's the right.
It's really sad that him and Banky don't though. Like
yeah, I think outside of film, I think practicality. I think maybe probably filming schedule and things like that. And obviously they have to write it in to make it work. But yeah, it'd be nice to see them friends again.
Oh, like Waitress is Scott Mosier's wife, I think, and Con Woman is Karen Smith's sister. See that?
Let's take a look.
It's in order of appearance as well.
Yeah. Dwight Ewell Hooper, fantastic character.
Oh, his name is actually Hooper then?
Yeah.
Okay.
No first name.
And you got all the X for Malcolm X, obviously.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like his persona for the comic book. I thought he had like an actual name. Fuck. And I've seen this film like millions of times.
Hooper must be like his surname and everything like.
Yeah. Well then.
And that's Chasing Amy. For as much as we accurately
actually talk about the film, yeah.
Without tangents there.
Yeah.
But overall, I just a great film. I love it. Like, I mean...
It's the perfect first film to do, I think.
Yeah,
it's my favourite film of all time.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean...
No, I don't know why.
It's my favourite Kevin Smith film, absolutely.
It's my favourite film.
Absolutely. But again, because, like, it's one of those films where it also spoke to me. Do you mean? Like, I understood, like, what it was trying to say. Like Jane Silent Bob, I don't think there's a moral message so much in it.
No, it's just a goofy kind of.
Whereas like Chasing Amy,
this is the most personal story I think he's written in it.
Yeah, do you mean like you can
and Clerks.
Absolutely, yeah. And same with Dogma, like the opinions and some of the thoughts and theories and about theology that are put across in Chasing Amy. There's things you can take from that film and sit and think on. You know, they might change your opinions and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's what Chasing Amy does for me because, like I said, it just made me a lot more considerate about why should we care about what people are doing or have done and things like that, you know?
Yeah. I love how David Klein is listed for camera operator, steady camera operator, and second unit director. Small crew.
Small crew, yeah. But again, that's how Kevin Smith works, I suppose.
Fuck, I forgot this film is quite long, almost 2 hours long.
Yeah. But that's mean a lot happens in a short period of time. But yeah, definitely my favourite Kevin Smith film. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's my favourite film of all time. I mean...
what would you say is your favourite film, though?
I want to... It's very hard, because I want to say, like, obviously Star Wars is a huge, huge part of my life.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, again, is another huge part of my life. Both the books and the films, but... I guess my favourite film of all time in terms of, like, what I've watched the most, other than, like I said, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, I really like Lion King. Love Lion King.
Oh, my friend in work was saying, I was asking her, if I had to pick a film to talk about on a podcast, what would you pick? And she said The Lion King.
Man,
and I was like,
I love Lion King. I think Lion King's amazing.
Do you know what? I think I've only seen The Lion King once, so we should do that.
I love it. Yeah, definitely do Lion King.
Why not? Fuck it.
I love it so much. I even watched, like...
Just do every Disney film.
Yeah, God, yeah. There was a whole, like, thing about... Because it's a kind of a rip-off of, like, a Japanese anime called Kimba.
Yeah.
I watched that, and it is a bit of a rip-off of that, but Lion King is just phenomenal.
Are you going to watch the new one when it comes out?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm very excited for it.
James Earl Jones is Mufasa again as well.
That was my biggest thing. I was like, there's no reason to not have... That Mufasa and his voice is just so iconic. It would be criminal.
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner playing
that's
Timon and Pumbaa.
A fantastic casting choice. Is Chadwick Boseman, is he Simba? Or am I wrong?
No, Donald Glover's Simba.
That's it, yeah. That's a great choice.
Beyonce is Nala?
Nala. I think Idris Elba, Scar, maybe?
No.
I
don't know. He'd be great as Scar.
Yeah.
Though.
I mean, like I said, I wanted James Earl Jones back to Mufasa. That was like a selling point for me.
And Jon Favreau's directing, which...
Exactly. I mean, Jungle Book was not amazing. That's really good. So that gave me
I think it looked good.
I would have liked Jeremy Irons to be Scar again, but that's just me. I mean, I'm sure whoever is going to nail it. I think it's Idris Elba.
Jay and Silent Bob will return in Dogma. Promise. That's a really short credit sequence as well. Right, it's a small
but like you said, it's a lot of the same people who worked on this cross things. But yeah, Lion King. I love the original 1986 Transformers. That film changed my life. That was the first DVD I ever owned. I got like a DVD player and that film for my birthday, and it just fucking changed my world.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of good films out there. It's hard. Like The Exorcist is up there for me. Hellraiser.
Never seen The Exorcist, mind.
We got to do Exorcist, man.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh man,
I haven't seen a lot of films. Like it was only until maybe 3 months ago I watched The Godfather for the first.
No way.
I know. I'm like for a film nerd, I'm very locked into my ways.
Grandmother's like in love with Al Pacino, and her favorite film.
I can't stand him.
Really?
Can't stand him. Especially in The Godfather, he's such a fucking wetty. Like I can't stand him.
Yeah, no, when he's at the start and he's like all like they try to keep him out of all the business because he's like a soldier.
One thing I haven't seen part 3. I saw part 2, and all I wanted was part 2 to just be a straight prequel.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I love the Robert De Niro stuff, man.
Yeah,
it was
the prequel part of the Godfather 2 is a lot better than the like present day stuff. I do think number 2 is the better of all
it's
three,
way better, yeah.
But I think the
two
stuff was very.
And then Marlon Brando though.
Yeah, but like I said, I think the prequel very much carries number 2. But yeah, my nan's like in love with Al Pacino, and her favorite film of all time is like Scarface.
Yeah.
So I watched that with her, and I was like, really young, and that's me. I went from Scarface to Godfather, to fucking Carlito's Way, everything. You should check out. It's an awful. We should do it on this actually. It's an awful film.
Yeah.
Think like Howard the Duck bad. Dick Tracy.
Okay.
But Al Pacino's in it, and he won an Oscar for it. But the film is
what?
Bonkers. It's awful, but he won like an Oscar, and he is amazing in it.
I don't want to bash films, but this if it's yeah, I want to see that.
Oh man,
if you won an Oscar
awful.
for it, and the film's I need
no,
to
but
see
that's it's awful. But he won an Oscar. It's insane. Like I couldn't believe it. And Madonna's in it. It's bonkers. That's the one we should definitely do. That's
hands down.
Really good. But yeah, what about you? Top 5? Do you have a top 5?
Yeah, Chasing Amy, Taxi Driver.
Taxi's good, yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Ooh.
It's hard, isn't it?
Knocked Up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do love.
yeah.
I'm weird. Like I like things like that, and then Drinking Buddies, Joe Sonberg film, like a mumblecore they call it.
That.
It's really good. And his newer film, Win It All. They're my top 5. Last 5.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like Lion King, Transformers 3. John Wick. I really like the John Wick.
John Wick. I haven't seen number 3.
I haven't seen it yet, no. But John Wick is phenomenal. Those films are incredible. Like that's what I want from a Transformers film. I want a John Wick Transformers film with hot rods just on Cybertron, just wrecking bots, man. Just go through them.
See, that's the thing. Like they could do what they did with the new Godzilla and just have it be bots fighting each other rather than like stop focusing on the fucking humans.
I don't think we need humans in it.
Don't need humans.
I wouldn't mind like 1 or 2 on Cybertron, like Spike used to be and Daniel.
Yeah. But they focus too much on that, and I think that's where it kind of just fucks on it.
Bumblebee is fine. I mean, like I said, I think Bumblebee is very much lifted by the poor quality of the other films.
Yeah.
But it is such
maybe because they focus on Bumblebee as well, rather than like...
I mean, Bumblebee made me cry. Like, there's a very handful of films that made me cry, but Bumblebee made me cry because it, like, you know how much I love my dogs. I'm a very big dog person. And the relationship between Bumblebee and her, like I said, it was like a girl and her pet. And I felt that so much because like that was me and Ace. Yeah. And the film just absolutely like made me cry because I just related to it so much. This isn't in any order because I haven't got a clue, but John Wick is in there. Oh, God, man. I look at my let's see. John Wick. There's so many good movies out there. I mean, I'm a big fan of musicals. Yeah. I like Phantom of the Opera stuff. Chinese cinema, Ip Man. Have you seen the Ip Man trilogy?
I've seen bits of
with
the
Donnie
first
Yen.
one. Yeah,
man, there's subtitles. Those films are incredible. If you've never checked out Chinese cinema, man, the way they film fight scenes there's a lot to be learned. It's very John Wick-esque, but the Ip Man movies are incredible. Donnie Yen is fantastic. I think I love him in Rogue One as well. Rogue One is amazing. There's just way too many films I love. I'm a big Muppets fan. I love Jim Henson stuff. Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, all great films for me. Very excited for the Dark Crystal series coming out. But
is that the Amazon one, isn't it?
It's Netflix. Amazon are doing Lord of the Rings series. That'll be that's gonna be interesting and tasty.
That's not based on any of the actual books, is it? It's
not. But I'm curious. I wonder because they're doing.
It's like a prequel, isn't it? Like about
they're doing. I believe the belief at the minute is that they're doing it in the Third Age, which would be incredible. I mean, what I'd like to see, I'd like to see Morgoth. Yeah. Because Sauron is nothing compared to like the way Morgoth is built up in the books, and I would like to see that time of Middle Earth, like before Sauron and like with the Silmarillion and stuff like that. Yeah. I'd like them to adapt that because they could. I think I read that like each series is going to be a different thing. Like they're not going to do a continuous story. I mean, I don't think there's any way they can't do Beren and Luthien. I mean, I think they're going to have to touch on that. I mean, it's such a big part of Middle-earth's past. Yeah. They've got to touch on it. So I think we'll definitely see some familiar themes from like the books, but I'm not sure.
I'm looking forward to that though.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see Tom Bombadil just fucking mess up Middle-earth. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
that's Jason Amy.
And more, obviously, because
we've
the
done a lot of tangents. I think we've covered Marvel, DC, Universal. I've applied for a job. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of things. I think it's been good.
Yeah.
And that's the first one. Done.
Yeah, done.
Brilliant. Signing off then.